Alright, so we are doing a bit of a playthrough of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, given that the new Paper Mario game has come out recently. I am now streaming after 1 hour of sleep over the last night, and we're going to get right into it, because I know the thing is with the start of Paper Mario, it can be a bit of a nuisance. Let's go. Give him one of these, and the C with the little knobble. Perfect. So, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. It's widely regarded as one of the best Paper Mario games. Of course, I am playing it on an emulator because I own the game in person, and unfortunately I don't have a capture card, but we're going to make it work. Luckily, I've got my own controller, my own GameCube controller that I've got plugged in through my computer. Arthur, you say you're lagging so much. That is unfortunate. The rain can be a bit of a pain, to say the least. We got our boy Mario coming out to check his mail. Yep. Any mail in there? Yep. Pretty standard start to a Mario game. Can confirm. I am not going to read out the stuff because I don't have the mental capacity right now. If at some point in the future I decide that it's a good idea, then I might. But for now, I shan't. Okay, so we got our nice little letter here. Just tap through it at a relatively decent speed. If you want to read the stuff, you're welcome to. You can just hit pause, all that sort of stuff. But it's the usual thing of she's found a map, and she's like, "Oh hey, Mario, come help me find the treasure." And well, that's basically the long and short of it. We're given the map, which will stay with us for most of this place. Keep in mind of what this map looks like. Oh, what the hell is that? Okay. Yeah, that map is basically going to be our directing force for knowing where to go for each of our MacGuffins, our crystal stars. So naturally, we keep it with us at all times. That being said, I know this game like the back of my hand to some degree, at least in terms of a regular, non-glitched, non-speedrunny sort of way, so I can do that. There are Paper Mario Thousand Year Door corruptions too. Yeah, thing is, I'm mainly playing just the regular game because I figure, it's a fun game to play. Don't really want to mix it up too much. At the end of the day, I've played this game quite a few times. However, I do want to try and make sure I go through and, complete everything, because I've never actually finished the Pit of 100 Trials, so depending on how the stream goes, we might get into that. If hopefully you're not seeing any of the weird kind of screen weirdness going on occasionally. It seems to be mainly in screen transitions. But yeah, as for the lag, yeah, I mean, I'm streaming at 6,000 kilobits a second. I haven't dropped any frames, so I think that's all on your side. So that's a bit of a rip. Okay. The Toad is giving us a little sass. That's impossible. There's no way that there's an actual princess here. Yeah, sure, righto, mate. We could go right, but we won't because there's nothing over there. There's a save point, and it's going to be like, hey, here's how you save. Save for the sake of, if anything does happen, then we should be right. We can talk to all these guys, but I believe... Who is it? I think there's one of those guys up there. I think you have to give him a mushroom later on, but that's the whole thing. Now we got our the big bad X-Naut. I think what's his name? Summon Crump. I think something like that. I don't remember. Harassing our lass Goombella, and well, naturally, of course, we're going to come in. Lord Crump, that's the one, and we're going to send him back to the Smash Ultimate community. Alright. And Mario is sort of just pulled into the situation, but I mean, we end up with a partner out of it, so it's a start. Now let's hope that I'm not completely smooth-brained and can remember how to perfect guard stuff. Let's just do this one. Oh, there's a bit of a weird laggy bitness there. Hopefully that doesn't keep up. Damn it, okay. That's the action command on that. That's a bit of a bummer. I've done it before where I've like perfected this. And we've got a stylish. Nope, okay. I'm pressing it too late. Okay. Double stylish. So yeah, with the hammer, if you press as soon as you land it, you can do a flip. You can get, I think, up to 3 flips, which is pretty fresh. She's explaining essentially the experience system. Instead of having it so you need to require more experience to level up, it's that enemies give you less the further on you go. It's not too big of a deal anyway, so we can make it work. And, of course, he fails to 1v1 us, so he calls in all of his little goons to try and attempt to smack us right in the asshole. Of course, naturally though, Goombella just dips out to the corner there, and in the kerfuffle, so do we. Cool, cool. Alright, that's good stuff. Let's peace out. It's, you know, here's what it is. Bonk and hammer until it is done. Indeed, until it is done. So I've got a strat that I realized ages ago myself, and I think I saw speedrunners doing it, where you just stack up on getting a bunch of like power stomps or power hammers, and it makes it pretty powerful. Now this one, so I can describe over what's happening here. Despite how fast you mash through it, you can only go so far as, not so fast as in the back right door, there is 2 Piantas who, I believe, come and start beating the shit out of one of the guys. I don't particularly recall, but that's going to start going on. There's the Piantas coming around. Our last Goombella's just talking some mad shit, asking us about the treasure map, freaking out about the fact we have a treasure map, etc, etc, you know, as you do. Goombella Academy. Yeah, so Goombella, I believe, is an archaeologist, if I recall correctly. She studies under the dude bro that we're going to go see soon. Those two are getting the shit beaten out of them, as I said. You know, as you do. Okay, blah blah blah, here's Toadsworth, just doing his thing. If it ever comes up, we can also go back in the chat by pressing Z, I believe it is. Yeah. But that shouldn't really need to come up. And so, basically Toadsworth is like, oh yeah, so, where Princess? Where'd she go? And, we're sitting here like, what the fuck? Aren't you supposed to be keeping an eye on her? Yeah, I was, but I dipped off to the inn to chill out with the, innkeeper, and she dipped, essentially, is what actually happened, I believe. Because Toadsworth, that horny little mushroom, and he's going back to that inn. What a horn dog. Righto Taito. Now, I believe there also another thing where we're standing is we're going to, like, once we get the ground pound, it means that where we're standing currently, I believe there is a star piece hidden if we ground pound right next to it. Alright, we've got our last Goombella. She has her tattle ability, which we don't really ever need to worry about out of game, or out of combat rather, because it just tells us about like basic stuff like, oh hey, this person's this thing, which, you know, I've seen most of that before, but the thing I care more about in battle is the tattle, because A, it shows the health of the enemy, and B, it fills out the tattle log, and the tattle log is one of those things that I kind of enjoy doing. Now, we have this cranky old hag over here being like, oh, where's my contact lenses? And we're just going to quickly, literally wherever you step, you're going to step on the contact lens, even if you jump backwards. So, yeah, you get it. It has to happen. And then she's like, oh, I'm not letting you through into the west part of Rogueport until you buy me a new contact lens. Which, Whatever works, you bat. So, we don't get the contact lens until, oh, hang on, wait, out of the way. Graffiti corner, etc. And then on this side you have your news. But yeah, we come in here and we be like, oi, can you get us a contact lens? And they're like, oh yes, it'll be here soon. Which is Toad speak for you're not getting it until you finish the third area, which is chill because I'm not. Or correction, no, you're not getting it until you finish the second area because you need it to go into the third area. Cool. Ah, crap. I didn't mean to. Oh, fuck. Okay. No, don't explain it again. Jesus. So basically what he was saying is the more you buy, you rack up points. Cool. That's how to use them. And then, yeah, you can use these points to get certain things. So, we're going to grab one of the sleepy sheeps. And we should be right, but I'll grab a mushroom just to be safe. Because when you die, you reset to the last save point, and for the sake of keeping things moving smoothly, I would prefer to only save when necessary. Why do the shopkeeper toads look like open O-face? I think that's supposed to be their moustache. They have like a little bit of moustache going there. So, later on we're going to come in here. There's a star piece in here, but we're going to get robbed, and the dude's going to chill in here. So, I'm just mentally recapping for myself because it's been a little while. Oh, damn it. Since I've... no, cease. I just want to jump. I just want to keep moving. Okay. We can go up to the inn, and then consequently we can also go over to the badge shop. The bar here will be coming in useful later on. We don't need to stay there, because we have a decent amount of health. We are going to get in combat pretty quick, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. Okay, apparently those guys don't open yet. Now, I do believe... There it is. Okay, so if you see up in the top corner there, there's a star piece. That's our first star piece we're going to get. If I can do this a bit quicker, preferably, and not flail around like a carp on land. But, yes. What's up? Why is there? Oh, I mean, it's a, what's it called? It's a, it's a killing place where you send your little criminal dudes, and they boop in and snap their neck. It's called Rogue Floor. It's gonna be somewhat dark. Have you shaved yet? Yes. Delay is being a poopy head. Understandable. I mean, hey, whatever works, man. Okay. Now, we could either go and do that now, or later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to also sneak around the back real quick. This dude comes in handy there. I'm trying to remember specifically where... There we go, star piece. We're going to have to go and deal with that guy in a little bit. But you see that guy over there, the one over there guarding that wall, we're going to go and beat the shit out of him, because he's trying to be a gatekeeper, literally. I can take you, and give me half a second to clear my throat. Okay. He's talking some mad shit right now. Okay, he's got the spike, so we're not going to jump. And I missed the stylish. A little tattle on this lad. There's the stylish there. That happens right after you press it. 20 health, no biggie, but there we go. We get our action command to return some damage back to him. Land that, and double stylish. The stylish doesn't actually matter right now, but I like still doing it because it's just out of habit. Now what we're going to do is we are going to hit him with a fire flower. That should be 3 damage if I recall correctly. Yep, easy peasy. And another action command. Alright, you're going to head out. That's all good, man. I'll catch you later. Thanks for coming around. And in the meantime, we're just going to continue to beat the shit out of this lad. Since I don't want to waste anything else, I'm just going to do that. And I missed the action command. That's a bummer. Oh, that hurts. Blah blah blah. Sure, righto, mate. He's already on half health, so I'm not too stressed. So we're just going to give him another quick bonk here. And then we're going to get Goombella to pop us a mushroom, which is why I bought it, to make sure that we are at good health amounts. So I'm thinking the way we're going to do the level ups is we're going to probably spec into health pretty quick. Health and flower power are our main two things that we want. Okay, this combat's drawing on a tiny bit long, but we'll just sit there and chill. Come on. If I can nail that action command one more time, we should be right. I'm not particularly too sure on the frame window, but regardless, it's a situation where... Nope, okay, I missed it. Damn it. Alright, well, that'll be fine. I'm a little bit out of practice, given that I haven't played this game. Oh, damn it. Okay, I missed that action command as well. I'm a little bit out of practice, as I was saying. I haven't played this game for quite a long time, but I still remember it quite vividly. And get done, son. Imagine being bad at what you do. Now, there's not really any point of us coming around here just yet. Nope. But here is where we need to go. We talk to this lad. You see that yellow paper bit on the side? Now, this is a bit of a helpful hint for you. If you miss Petals on bosses, and you can't go back and fight them again, they'll appear in that bin there. Now, the other useful piece of information to remember, Sun, Moon, Puny Star. You see it in the top right-hand corner, and that is the answer to a riddle in the second place, the Great Boggly Woods. I honestly can't stand the Great Boggly Woods, because I hate the whole monochromaticness about it, but we make it work. So now we're just tapping through this, I'll quickly check my phone. But, yeah, so he's basically just saying, hey, yeah, I remember you. And then she's like, oh, I found him. Well, rather, Mario here has got a map. And we can go find the thing, and blah, 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 etc. Alright. So, this conversation, now, that's the thing is, there is occasionally times when as you mash through, like in most games, where you keep mashing through and accidentally do certain things. If possible, I would like to avoid having to do the tutorials, but we can only do so much. Oh, it also just occurred to me that, so behind the text box currently, there's a little black and white thing there. That's something that you find in the Great Boggly Woods, but beside it is a little head, like a little totem pole head thing. That, I believe, is actually supposed to be a reference to the 5th area you go to, the island, I believe. It just occurred to me because that is actually the first time I've thought of that. So I usually see the black and white one and go, yeah, okay, that's cool, but yeah. Alright, come on. There we go. And now he's going to show us a way down to the thing by just kind of tapping this thing here. Bada bing. That worked. Cool. Let's get going. Oh wait, let me tell you tutorial things. Yes, of course I do. No thanks, I'm good. Oh, damn it. There we go. Alright, easy peasy. So, there was a way that I saw in the speedruns to be able to skip this area. We shouldn't really need to worry about it though. Now this is where we get attacked. And also, likewise, we're standing over another ground pound spot, if I'm not mistaken. These lads are trying to move in on the young Goomba lass. So we are going to punish them by beating the shit out of them. And for the sake of ease, I'm also going to, we're going to swap positions with, well, as he's showing now, we're going to swap positions, that way we can tattle first. These guys, I believe the health is 2-2-3, I think, or either that or 2-2-2. So, that means that with the power of God and anime, we can hammer time these lads and finish them off. Easy peasy, no sweat. And missing the action command and hitting that one. Now we want to quickly tattle the Paragoon because that one's probably going down next. Even though the other one's probably going to be the bigger issue with the spike. Damn it, and missing the action command, that's a rip. Well, not only the action command, but also it's inherently the stylish as well. Okay, it's a subpar performance out here tonight by the looks of it, but it'll be right. We'll make do. Attack is 2, health is 2. That means that we just gotta walk up and give them a good old bonk on the noggin. And apparently I'm continuing to miss my action commands. Jeez. So, we have 4 health. We don't have to worry about combat for the next little while at least. Unless I be bad at existing. But if I can at least make sure I get the first strike, we should be right. Nothing down here if I recall. There is stuff in the background to take note of, however, where you can generally access that by the pipes and such that are scattered around. We are also going to come here. Isn't he supposed to be up here? Huh. Right. Now, I'm trying to remember. It's not this one. Oh, lovely. So, no, we don't want something yet. So that's just basically showing us where to go. There is one of them, however, that is extremely useful, because their whole thing is they can have magical things happen. I think it's not that one there, but I think it's that house back there. And the enchantments, they cost a little bit, but they can really be worth it. Goombella's just having a bit of a moment there. It's fine, she'll walk towards us. But yeah, I find that generally I can commentate over games that I am much more familiar with, generally. So for example, this one I would like to think I can do pretty well. First strike and finished off immediately, that's what I like to see. One tapped, easy peasy. So, oh hey, flower power, it's not like it matters, but... Nope, okay, I was facing the wrong direction, that's a bit of a bummer. It's only one though, so as long as I can hit the action command. Apparently I can't, excellent. So of course when you bonk... Okay, I'm missing that action command as well. Jesus, I am doing horribly today in terms of my action commands. But, so what we're going to do is, as we head down here, we're going to get a flower... Nope, regular mushroom, okay. This one's the flower. Yep, there we go. Fire flower, easy peasy. Okay, face the right direction would be ideal, but I guess we won't do that. He's got a fire flower. I'm not going to risk it, I'm just going to use the hammer. The thing is, using the jump, I apparently am missing all of the action commands to do the double jump, so I'll just make sure I'm not, playing with fire per se. And to take him out, he didn't drop the fire flower, so that's a bit of a bummer. We clonk out those 2 blocks. I believe this is at the portal's over, so we can't do that just yet. So, instead, we are going to enter the pipe and head downwards. Now, of course, first things first, we have Star Piece there. There's a puny there. We have to go through that way to get to the second area. And Spiniers. They have 3 health, so getting the first strike isn't a big deal. There's 2 of them. So, if I can take that. And then what we want to be doing is we want to swap that one. Swap her forward, use a tattle, and hopefully they don't use their charge up thing. We should be right. A Spinier. They're essentially, the lore of them is that they're just essentially paper boards or something, and they just spin at you. What we're going to do is we're just going to give him a bit of a clonk. Though I suppose actually the smarter move would have been to jump on the back and then, as he does that, try and action command it and do it to both of them. But, you know, if we left 2 alive, then that means 2 damage overall, as opposed to the 1 there, so should be right. There we go, landing the action command, it finally. Hopefully we can do it again. Yep, okay, now I've got the timing I would like to think, that should be right. It's just that I was hitting it either too early or too late, but it's all good. It seems... hang on. Let's grab them real quick. And we get in with that first strike, which is nice. I presume, yep, there's only one of them, easy. So it won't be an instant kill, but it means that they won't be able to do any damage to us. That those couple of parts we picked up from before also definitely helped. Alright, but it seems, yep, as I was presuming, I have downloaded the entirety of the timing back into my brain after not having played for however long. Now, of course, you can see certain areas that have those peel-away bits. We'll be able to do that once we finish the Great Boggly Woods, because we get Flurry, who is a wind spirit, I believe is what she's considered as, and she's a character who will, you know, given the name, and given the whole being a wind spirit thing, you know, does the whole blowing situation. Of course, that could be taken out of context. Regardless, thanks Rule 34, it exists. Now where Goombella and Old Man are standing is actually another one of the ground pound positions, I'm pretty sure. Cool, 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 cool. Please let me out, I was a great hero trapped in a chest. Yeah, sure, righto, whatever. Well, he's gonna curse us, curse in quotations, because this is how we gain new abilities, such as being able to thin ourselves to fit through bars, as you might have seen before. And in this specific situation, we are going to obtain the paper aeroplane mode, which is very fresh. Give me half a moment to clear my throat. Yeah, I had a bit of a rough night. I won't explain why, because that's a situation, but didn't get much sleep, etc. Yes, such a terrible curse, Yep, returning back to normal, etc. Cool, 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 cool. And Scrunchy Ball, let's go. Cool, cool, cool. Goombella's like, bruh, what's up with that dude? Yeah, don't worry about it, it'll be right. Now I realized as well from the speedrun, what you can actually do is you can skip, well, skip in quotations, if you know the right placement and you know how to first frame jump when you enter a room, you can skip this entire section. But for one, I'm not really too interested in trying to perform skips, so, you know, it is what it is, but yeah. Plus we also would prefer to have the ability, if we can, that we are about to obtain. The good old 1,000-year door, because that doesn't look creepy at all. And we just stand up here, kind of, you know, flash the map a bit, get some spooky music, if you could call it spooky, some ominous, eerie music, I guess. And our map is weirdly rotating around us, but it's whatever. You get a good old full shot of the room. Nice 3D angles. And of course, so as we entered from the right, if you head to the left, that's how you get to the Pit of 100 Trails. Are we going to do it now? No, we are not. We're going to do it later, when we actually are capable and leveled up enough, hopefully. Because the thing about the Pit of 100 Trials is, as you start heading downwards, you know, you get down there, and you don't have a save point. So when you die, you're back to the start, and that is not something I'm keen on. We'll probably do a run of it and get to preferably 50, so we can get our double inventory capacity before we finish the game. But the full 100 floor run, we're going to be doing separately, preferably. Alright, cool, cool, cool. We get the map. The map shows us where we need to go, as you just saw there, which was Hooktail's castle, that's the one. Because there's Hooktail, which is actually a female. Gloomtail, which is the one you face in the 1,000-year door. And then I think Doomtail, or it's either Bone or Doomtail, and that's the one at the bottom of the 100 Trials. So, that's cool and good and everything. But yes, I do believe as well, if you look very closely on the table, you can actually show, or you can actually see the full filled-in map. I have no idea what he's asking. No idea what he's asking, but I'll be right. I already know how to play the game anyways, so even though I don't particularly recall what he was doing. Oh, oh no, that's right, he was trying to show how we use our special ability, which I know how to do. Sweet Treat is pretty easy. Just use the analog stick to flick it a bunch of times. Cool. Princess Peach. Well, would Princess Peach look like a princess? That is Princess Peach? Well, no shit, Sherlock, because everyone, I would presume, in this entire fucking world would know what Princess Peach looks like, given the fact she's a princess. Which does kind of, if I'm not mistaken, imply that she has parents still ruling, which I think is something that they talk about in Mario 2, but it's not really implied, so it should be more Queen Peach. But I suppose that doesn't really have as good of a ring to it. Wait just a moment. Come take the Power Hammer badge. One of the best best badges, rather. Oh no, damn it. I didn't mean to, okay. We can navigate the menu, go over to the badges, access, power on, cool, you can unpower it, and then you can unpause. Cool, thanks, I know that already. Damn it, I didn't mean to click the that button. That being said, of course, we will activate Power Smash, because Power Smash is good. Means that we can up the amount of damage we do with our hammer, and the hammer, like I was showing before, is relatively foolproof. You don't need to worry about action commands or anything too hard. Now, I do want to quickly check, because I'm unsure when exactly the badge area does open up, but hopefully, if we can get in there, like now, that would be nice. That being said, again, I'm pretty sure it isn't a thing. Oh, we can. Okay, awesome. And Power Stomp. 35. Yes. Cool. Super Appeal, Simplifier, FP Drain, Piercing Blow. Piercing Blow is actually probably a smart play, but I have a trick or a little thing that I do that allows us to bypass it, so it's not really that big of a deal. Oi, you took my money, give it back. How much do we get? 46. Okay, that's not enough for anything really too worth it, but what I will do is I'm going to equip Power Jump. So now we have the Power Stomp and the Power Hammer, which means that essentially we are good in any situation that will require us to, jump to attack or to hammer to attack. Excuse me. Downwards we go. Back into the sewer. Now, while I'm also here checking out stuff, is this guy here now? He is. Okay, oi, what do you got? Dazzle. Yeah, sure, let's trade. What do you got? Sometimes. Okay, Pretty Lucky's nice. The sound effect one is nice as well, because that's a 0. I'm not really too worried. But the Chill Out is good. Let me check. Here's 1 BP. Okay, excellent. Just in case, we get hit by an unfortunate, unfortunate bonk at the wrong time. But now we have those two. We will need to get FX, what is it? X, I think? The red one later on. Just to make Hooktail a tad easier. Because we aren't about that life of making things difficult for ourselves. But it'll be right. Do I want to enter combat with him? Yeah, fuck it. Let's get some experience real quick. Okay. Now, with the 2 of them like that... Yeah, let's just use a Fire Flower. I don't want to risk dealing with that mushroom. We get plenty of different stuff later on anyways. There's plenty of times where I've had to drop items out because all of a sudden we get something that we don't want, or, you know, we don't have room for. We've got our mushroom, however, and I'd much prefer a mushroom over a fire flower because, as I was saying before, 3 damage is 3 damage, but, you know, the ability to heal and be alive is much more important. Now we're going to be dealing with the big old blooper lad. Ooh, spooky. Jump scared. God me. Can't believe you'd do something like that. And now, of course, we go with the regular strat of hit him with a tattle. Can't flee the fight, of course, but I don't need to, because we're going to beat the shit out of this thing. Blooper. Perfect. A big ol' one. Number 98. This is the only time that you fight him, so it should be right. 12 health total. So let's apparently not hit him. Okay. Kinda wish I still had that that fire flower now, actually. Okay, well, let's just power smash. Could make a joke about power smashing different things, but we're right. Nice. And Goombella can give a good old tap on the fin, or the fins? Not fins, tentacles, I don't know, something like that. And by knocking him down, he's going to be on the ground, and then we're just going to beat the absolute living shit out of him. Just got to know the hitbox of what you got to do. Ooh, that'd be nice. I will take that, thank you very much. Dizzy Dial already so early in the game as well, damn. What we do need, however, is a power block. Nice, double, quadruple stylish in a row. That's what I like to see. Then we're going to get bonked twice. We don't have... I suppose special could be a smart idea. I'll show you what the special does. This is Sweet Treat. It does get upgraded later, but for now, we are good. We tilt left to try and throw the little star bits to obtain the health and such. So, health and flower power. Okay, regardless, we should be maxed, which is pretty awesome. That's where I love to be. Now. Oh, it inked on us. Control your bowels, jeez. And power smash. Easy peasy. And another quadruple, very fresh. Now I've got tons down. That's what I like to see. Okay, well, that worked pretty well for us. But yeah, so I'm reckoning, depending on how I'm feeling, might record these in maybe 2 to 3 hour chunks. Either that or seeing, you know, just how much we get done. I want to leave it. I'll probably leave it somewhere between chapters if I can. So at the very least, we should be able to complete chapter 1 easily. Maybe chapter 2. I don't know, chapter 2. I mean, I suppose we'll see what happens. We're already 45 minutes in, so a nice 45-minute or prologue. That's excellent. That's always what you like. Oh well. Petal Meadows, if I can speak correctly. Nice, jolly, joyful place. I mean, that could be a good idea. We do a stream for each chapter, you know, of course, including the prologue to chapter 1, naturally. And there's our star piece. For the sake of being safe, I'm just going to quickly give it a quick little save. Oh no, a dragon, how spooky, how scary. It's chill though. Well, that's Hooktail. Of course, we've got to get to the top of that, top of the knob, I mean the castle, to get up to him, her rather. And another mushroom. Okay. give this one a bit of a tap. Nothing there. Cool, cool. Now we bonk the knobs, bonk the trees. Good luck. And close call, we don't really need to worry about that. And of course we get that first strike to knock this lad out. 3 of them, that should be easy. 1 turn worth if I hit all the action commands properly. Okay, and then likewise for this one, another quick old hammer. And Goombella can just pummel them with her head. Bada bing. Okay, that's what I like to see. We are very close to a level up. We should be getting one hopefully within the next... before we even reach the town. Pummel the knob for good luck. Okay, this looks like our level up by the looks of it. Oh, okay, I guess we won't hit it, sure. And we will just go and get a good old one of these. 1, 2, perfect. 3 star points. That means that this should add up perfectly to a level up. Excellent. Okay, so we've already taken all of our badge points. Actually, I'm going to make the smart play, I reckon. And I know I was saying I was going to put it into health, but we're going to get a couple of badges coming up. Actually, we even just got another badge, and being able to equip them would be useful, definitely. Of course, the other thing is that as we level up, we get our stuff replenished. Close call, excellent. That's where when we're in danger. I could probably handle a danger run, but at the same time, I prefer to not. Okay, there we go. Good old clonk on the head. And is that another close call? I think it is. I don't recall. I didn't really look at the icon. But I'll tell you what, he didn't get a close call proc, so big whoop. Big rip for him, maybe. Nice, good 6 points. We haven't started getting only 2 for that yet. Another close call, damn, okay. Alright. Sure, if you want me to build a danger run, I guess I can, but like... Okay, now you see, we come over here, we clonk this one for good luck. Thank you, good. Now you clonk this one, and you get, if you do it enough, a horsetail. Yes. Thank you. If you ever need help, just ask. It's fine, I don't. Apparently the thing I do need help on is hitting these bloody guys though, damn. I could just work my way through each of them. Actually what I'll do is I'll jump on this one. And take them out from the back, because we want to be using head bonk, and the last thing you want is to unfortunately end up in a position where you can only head bonk, and there's a spike lad. Damn it, okay, I missed both of those action commands. That's a bummer. And we rotate, we head bonk. Perfect. And now you... Oh, okay, didn't get that one. Now you, lad, you are going to receive hammer directly to the head. Didn't even get that action command because I was so focused on just making sure he died. That's what we'll go with. And nothing. Rip. Okay, now you see that over there, that is a good old switch. We activate this, get the pipe. Now I do believe, I think there was something to the left, I know there's something to the right. So let me quickly check to the left. Nope, nothing to the left, only to the right, okay. And because I believe we move faster when we're jumping, just make sure we jump our way over here. Star piece. And that's the entrance to Petal Meadows. Petal Metals. There's an arc in a D&D podcast I was listening to, because of course if you've come to the channel or to the Twitch channel, I guess it's also a channel, you may know that I like a bit of D&D. There's a podcast done by a couple of brothers known as the McElroys, and it's called The Adventure Zone. And they had an arc called Petal to the Metal, and I legitimately cannot say it. And it, on one hand, it is a bit of a bummer and a bit of an annoyance, but on the other hand, it doesn't really worry me that much. Petalburg. Righto tighto. Cooper. Welcome, travellers. Where are you, ask? Where are you, you ask? Why, this is Petalburg. Blah blah blah, it's been a long time since we have visitors, since we're so remote. There's a dragon that's tormenting us, please help. Do you guys know where the crystal stars are? No, we don't. Bummer. Go to the pink house, because that's where the mayor is. Cool, cool, cool. Head down here, talk to this lad. 'Tis I, Bulba. That's the one. So it reminds me of, what was it? There was some old show where it's like, it might be just like Aladdin or something. No, hang on, no. It's, I'm thinking of the one, Road to El Dorado. To Ibolba, or something like that. I don't recall the exact word for it. Okay. This lad. 'Tis General White, a Babom. That's racist. No, so the main reason I see him and immediately think of him is because you have to talk to him later. And as you can see, this lad here, he's a bit obsessed. Just a tad. Those jars aren't filled with whatever they're supposed to be filled with. They're filled with other things, but Nintendo just couldn't show it. Now, what we do, because we can buy power blocks in here, we're going to come in and we're going to buy, I believe it's 3 of them. Hang on, let me... damn it, we're full inventory. See what I mean? It's a situation where it always fills up. We got 1 power block. I guess I'll sell some... Oh, no, hang on, we store mushrooms. That's the thing. That's the play. Okay, what we'll do... Store the Dizzy Dial. Shall you store anything else? Store for me, my good sir. Just trying to think if we are going to come up... We're going to come up against a couple of things. Actually, let's just store up a few of these. We'll go 1 more. Because we're going to need power blocks. Now, I believe power blocks, I think they do 3 damage. No, hang on. We got... I'll buy a couple of these. I usually don't use items too much, but we should be right. We're going to actually come across a power block later on, if I'm not mistaken. There's this lad. Oof. Abandon this dullard. Yeah, no, get lost. You wish. Our last Goombella is loyal to the end. At the end of the story, of course, because at the end of the story, Goombella just dips. It's like, alright, that's a rip. Now, we can come in here and get these Koopa leaves. Turtley leaves, rather. But I'm going to ditch that. We can deal with that one later. Yeah, it's Koopiku. Hello. Now she's just like, damn. You're Mario. You're going to go and, presumably go and beat the shit out of the dragon, aren't you? And of course we're like, yeah, that's like our thing. Let's quickly make sure we don't have spam because, okay, apparently we can't. Later on we have to check if we have spam, apparently. Okay, what's our party looking like? 8 health, 9 health. That's just... Okay, I meant to use on Goombella. I suppose that's what happens when you mash through too quickly. Because I do want to grab this, because we can use it for cooking later. I believe we make tea. Okay. Now we've got to go talk to the dude bro. Here's also the 3 travelling sisters. Cool, cool, cool. Gotta love how they're like, we haven't had visitors in so long. It's like, hang on. You got the travelling sisters. Also, you've got, like, the Babom that you find everywhere. Then, yeah, there's also the dude who was like, oh yeah, Scoombella, you should come join me. Pretty sure he travels around quite a bit as well. So, shenanigans. You know Hooktail, of course I have. You got heroes off to rough it up. You got it. Cool. You'll accept no reward. Of course I won't. Yes. It was literally both the same. Yeah, whatever. I appreciate that, Murphy. Yes, alright. You're welcome. Alright. We have to talk to him to allow us to go through. Now what I'm going to quickly do is, I'm going to see my boy Coops. How's it going, lad? Staying cool, staying groovy, easy peasy. He is in a very normal house doing normal things. But, you know, speaking of emails, right, now I do believe it's better just to look at them. I think it makes it quicker. RDM registration. Thanks, we need that. And then Frankly. Hi, Professor Frankly here. I can't actually scroll down because my controller is a bit broken. The C-stick doesn't let me scroll up or down. I didn't think it would come too hard into play, but unfortunately, it's whatever. Hey, it's Coops. How's it going, lad? And then he's like, oh, can I come with you? Oh, wait, no, actually, I don't want to come with you. Never mind. I'm too much of a pussy to say anything. Pussy. That's fine, we'll go and catch him later. Because he's one of the sort of characters that I actually... Like, between Coops and Goombella, those two, like, make up my, like, you know, even with Flurry and everything, I just stick with Coops and Goombella, because they're just so... Well, Coops specifically is good for damage, and Goombella has the Tattle. Ah, now we got our first red lad. Bonk that dude. Righto tighto. Now you tattle on the Koopa Trooper. He's got 3 health and does about, I think it's 1 damage. And he's also got defense. So what basically that was saying is that they've got a defense value of 1, so since we do 1 damage per jump, it negates it, but when they're jumped on, they get knocked over, which lowers their defense to 0. It's cool, it's good, it's fresh, easy peasy. Clonk it a few times, then it's going to spend its turn getting up. Nope, it's not. Okay. Or rather, if it was alive for this turn, it would spend its turn getting up. But we're still in between the two of us. Coolio. Combat finished. And coin me up. Gotta make sure we check each of these. Because I don't actually... Past the, like, first few star pieces, I don't really remember these ones. Oh, wait, no. Okay. I was gonna clonk him, but I guess not. And we'll just power stomp. Congratulations, you've been played. And take him out. Now the Goomba's gonna try and eat my ass. Except I'm going to eat his ass because I have that redirection ability. That of course is a joke. Because the only ass that's getting eaten here... Actually, you know what, I'm just not gonna make that joke, never mind. I was gonna say something and then I'm like, yeah, no. Probably better that I don't. Yo, how's it going? We are now in the first section or the first proper chapter of the game. It's not bad. Yeah, what you been up to? Ooh, this lad's got a power-up. Well, it's a good thing that we can take him out fast, because that makes the attack go up by 3 if I recall correctly, and that's better to be avoided if we can. Looking for a car in the area. Fair. Though do be aware I am recording, so best not to be dropping specific names of places if you can avoid it, but yeah. Because I'm going to be, I reckon, I was like sitting there thinking about it, I was like, you know what, let's do a proper playthrough of Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. Like, I doubt anyone's actually going to watch it, but it's one of those ones where I'm like, you know, it's just a fun game, and I kind of am in the mood for just playing a fun game. Ah, oh, damn it. Okay, power block. Okay. Well, we can get another Turtley Leaf later. Now, here, of course, is the reason why we bring power blocks. These lads, we have to activate them. A specific one that near totaled your the car. Oh, you're looking for. I thought you were looking for a car in terms of buying, but more of like. Ah, so hit and run. That's unfortunate. Do you have at least something to go off of in terms of like? I'm guessing, presumably, you know what the car looks like. Oh, okay. Fair. Prob's best to, yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh, I see. I mean, I would probably suggest going to the cops first. Last thing you want is to end up in a bad position. Actually, I want to quickly go see if that Turtley Leaf is still here. Okay, you did. Fair. So I'm guessing they, I'm pretty sure they would be on top of that sort of thing. I would imagine that's sort of like their job. Because, yeah, you know, I presume they wouldn't be too keen on, you know, various shit like that happening. You can't, right, fuck off, that's retard, that's, like, that annoys me, because that's pretty dumb. I don't want to use the flashlight just yet. Let's take out this guy. I mean, what? That's, like, legitimately confusing to me, right? Because isn't that the whole thing of, you know, being the cops, is that their whole job is to stop stuff like that from happening? After all, there's plenty of highway patrol and stuff out there to try and pull over people, you know, just doing their thing. So, yeah. Okay, we're just going to use a fly flower. Just in case we get one of those items. They're only proactive when they're fucking you over. That's pretty accurate. But the thing is, the thing that confuses me is they have a chance to fuck someone else over who fucked other people over, i.e. you guys. So I'm guessing, I'm guessing you probably weren't in the car when like that whole thing happened. No, okay, fair. Man, sounds like last night's just been a shit night for a lot of people, damn. Because, like, yeah, I had a fucked night last night, which I'll tell you about after stream. But, damn, shit's fucked. Coming stylish. But yeah, I mean, Friday nights, I suppose. Want to hear some gossip? Probably message it to me on, well, unless it's safe for stream, yeah, probably message it to me. Or, I mean, if it's safe for stream, then yeah, you can just put it in the chat, and I'll react accordingly. There's another power block. Damn. So, actually, now that I realise, we probably don't even need to worry about grabbing power blocks. You won't do names, okay, that's fair. I mean, I'm always down for a bit of fun goss. But yeah, and then yeah, afterwards I'll drop you a bit of goss, like after I finish the stream, because I think you might be a bit interested in what I've got from the events of last night. New couple that have been dating for like a fortnight. Are they, I'm guessing, the people that I'm thinking you're referring to? Let me guess. I'm gonna place bets. What the fuck? I mean, I kind of know if they're if they are the people I'm thinking of. That's fucked though. Like, Jesus. Like, yeah, no. If they're the people I'm thinking of, I know she doesn't really get along with her mum, but like, still, it's one of those things of like, a fortnight's a bit early. Yeah, I mean, because weren't you also supposed to be moving in with said newly engaged? And I'm gonna take a guess and probably presume they want you to move in as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a wild guess and presume that you're probably not the keenest on that. Yeah, that's fair. Like, you know, it's one of those sort of situations where, yeah, no. Especially now if there's 2 couples in the house, which for one, that's gotta be a cramped house. But like, I can imagine you just kind of sitting there at night time and just hearing sounds from both angles. It's a 2-bed, 1-office tiny house. Yeah, exactly. Like, what the... That's dumb. Like... I really don't know what's going on with those guys now at this point. Like... That's pretty cringe, I would say. Like that... If I had a cringe compilation, that would be going directly into it. But I can almost betcha the reason that they want you to move in with all of them is so that way you can do in-house D&D. I reckon that's the thing. Like, I presume apart from, you know, of course, the fact that you also are looking for, like, you were looking for a place to stay and everything. But yeah, in-house D&D I can almost guarantee is what it's about. Yeah, fair. Like, knowing those guys. And, like, don't get me wrong, I love me some D&D, but, like, you know, there's a level where you need to have a bit of space. Now, I'll also say, for the sake of the stream, I'm going to purposely answer all of these questions wrong. Because I like getting the, I grabbed my 3rd power block so that way I can deal with the enemies that come up from this. But yeah, no, that's, thing is, moving in is a massive step and it shouldn't be rushed into. But if you're going to do that, what's hidden under this place? The pickle stone. Yes, that's my answer. You don't even want to hang out with her, let alone live with her. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Like, and I think you're probably at the point where I'm at, where I like, I just basically looked at the situation and was like, you know what? I'm not really getting along with her. You know, I was hanging out with her before said couple formed. But, you know, it's just like, okay, come on, she's so one-note and uninteresting, at least personally in my opinion. Like, and I tried to I tried to see if she had more to her, but it just, for quite a while, ended up being kind of, very, you know, unbearable. My whole thing is I try and hang out with people who are interesting and who actually, like, you know, try to be interesting. But in that case, being so one-note about, like, you know, something like serial killers, it's like, okay, really? Like, I don't know, I'm kind of getting just, what's the word? Yeah, you get the idea. I'm just sort of like, why? So, like, is there not anything better to do? And the irony as well is, the other thing was that she apparently, because of said couple, you've dealt with similar behaviour personally before, she's very manipulative. Oh, she definitely is. But the irony is that, so, I don't know whether you were aware of it, but, she is actually friends with someone that Matt is in a lot of campaigns with. And Matt noted that all of a sudden, you can recognise it easy, but the others can't, you don't think. Oh, definitely. I mean, honestly, in that house, I mean, we've discussed it before, but something tells me that in terms of manipulation, there's a lot of it going to be happening. And, like, I mean, well, it's not my position to step in, so I'm not going to. But, as an onlooker, and someone who kind of hates all that sort of stuff, it does irritate me quite a bit. But yeah, and so the thing is that she is friends with one of Matt's DMs and also party members for D&D. And apparently they were supposed to be pretty good friends, but since she has started being friends with engaged couple, per se, she's essentially retreated from that friend group and has avoided a bunch of different events. And Matt noted that to me, and I kind of was sitting there like, huh, interesting. Can't say I didn't expect that, but at the same time, it's still one of those things where I'm sort of like, okay, that's still not healthy to do. Like, all things considered, and it comes down to the whole thing of, like, you know, are you gonna let a relationship stop all of your other friendships and stuff? And it kind of seems like that's what's happening. Also, I don't remember any of the timing for this, and now, there we go. New group to manipulate, I guess. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? And that's sort of the thing that bothered me when I started, like, and this is something that my ex did as well, or not in terms of the manipulation, but just in terms of, you know, out of nowhere, like, coming into at least the friend group that I hang out with and just sort of planting themselves in. Like, that's something my ex did, if you recall. Granted, of course, I probably wasn't exactly helping with that, being like, oh yes, let's all play D&D together. But, like, it was one of those sort of situations where, there we go, where, at least with her, I never really intended to introduce her to the group. It was just one of those sort of things where she saw I was on Discord and was like, hey, invite me to the Discord, and I was like, okay. And then she kind of just planted herself into the people that, you know, we all hung out with. So that kind of bummed me out a bit, and then, you know, after that it was like, oh, let's go play D&D, I guess, since you're already so familiar with the entire group. But, hey, whatever works, I guess. At the end of the day, manipulation is bad, whether you think it's for a good reason or not. I don't know, this is the thing that I realised the other day, when I was driving to hang out with one of the boys, specifically yesterday, and, like, I was thinking that I'd chilled out quite a bit. Granted, of course, you know, then last night happened and it basically kind of made me in a really bad position. But yeah, hang on, let me quickly, there we go. You can't say anything about it because he hasn't experienced that type of manipulation before, so he doesn't see it. Yeah, well, it's one of those sort of situations where I'm guessing he thinks that he's in a good position with the situation because of what is being offered. And, well, let's just say that, you know, there's more to relationships than what goes on in the bedroom. I think that's the best way I can describe it. We have the Moonstone. That means that we can evolve our Jigglypuff into a Wigglytuff. I believe that's the Moonstone, at least. But yeah, and this is the same thing I said to the engaged couples, or specifically one of their parents, when they messaged me asking, and I think I recited this to you before. If you intervene, they're gonna blame you if things end up going downwards. Even if it's like even if they don't realize it's going downwards, and it is, when they do realize it, they're going to blame you for intervening. And it's a shit position to be in, because sometimes, you know, you want to help out the boys or all that sort of stuff, and you want to be the sort of person who can do that. But sometimes they're just not receptive to it, and that is disappointing, honestly, in a lot of situations. You know, you really want to help the group out, but especially when it's a situation of, you know, they're people that you hang out with still even after high school, and you play D&D with, and you do all that sort of stuff with them. And all of a sudden, you know, it's falling through your hands like sand. It's like, okay, well, you can't, like, this stuff is happening, you can't really do anything about it, and if you try and do anything about it, then you look like the bad guy, and it's just kind of a shit position to be in. But yeah, it's a bummer. If more people were on the side, you might consider saying something, but at the moment everyone else is either for it or neutral. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? And because that's the thing, is because of the way that it's sort of happened, where they basically trashed my Discord, and I kind of have just said, okay, well, you know what, if you're going to do that, I'm not going to bother even talking to you. Like, it's not even something that bothers me, it's just, you know, why? Why did you find it necessary to do that? And I'm guessing it was just sort of his way of trying to impress her. But, like, because of that, I've moved back. I've just basically said, okay, well, I'm stepping back from that group, or at least that, like, those couple guys. So, I'm stepping back. I know other people aren't particularly for it, but because of the fact that they're all people that I have talked to on my side, sort of thing, you probably haven't at least talked to them about it, and you can imagine who is probably not particularly for it. Specifically, I don't want to say it in case, on the very, very off chance that any of those guys end up even watching this, which I doubt they will, but, you know, you get the idea. But yeah, it's still one of those situations where, you know, you want to do what's best, but it's difficult. And unfortunately, it's something that, well, we can't really do anything about. I feel like I've said that like a couple of times in a circle, but you get the idea. Like, it's a position where, oh, what happened there? Oh, that was some weird graphical stuff going on. But yeah, that being said, since, you know, given also the restrictions of the size of a D&D party, it means that the main people we really deal with are either, at least for that side of the group, is essentially those guys plus the other couple, which I'm guessing you know who I'm referring to with the other couple, the very innocent one and his partner, which I've got no issue with. I don't know. It's weird, right? Because I know that without them, my Discord server wouldn't have been trashed, but it's still instinctual from me just knowing what the innocent one is like, that, like, I want to forgive him, or rather I want to just, like, assume it wasn't like that he was just kind of pressured into doing it, but at the same time, it's happened a couple of times now from the same way of that happening, and I'm just sort of like, okay, well, you know, I get you might be innocent, and my instinct is to say he's innocent and not really at fault for it, but at the same time, it's happened like, what, 2-3 times now, and it's always happened the same way. And I presume at the same time, because of that, he's also probably either neutral or on their side. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, at the end of the day, it might just be one of those situations. I just realised I should also probably tell these guys. But yeah, it might just be one of those sort of situations where not much can be really done about it. And the best thing to do is just wait and see what happens. You know, sometimes the best way for someone to learn is for them to be the guy who opens the gate is still partially. Absolutely, yeah. Like, you know, I try and be generous and all that sort of stuff, but yeah. Now, this one's one we're going to have to tackle. But yeah. And it is a bummer, definitely. But yeah, you get where I'm at with it, basically. I tend to kind of repeat myself a bit, but you think it's more neutral. That's fair. I mean, because to be fair, I'd probably think he's I'd like to think he's probably pretty capable of seeing that sort of stuff. But that being said, you know, there are certain people who've known of her for a lot longer, and you don't think his SO has really an opinion on her specifically. That's fair. Because I do know that they've at least met, at the very least. Yeah, because T has specifically met his SO. We played Smash that one time. But, yeah. And then there was that time where, shortly after I ended up leaving those group chats, where noticed one of the engaged couples started trying to reawaken some of the old dead chats that I was in. Oh yeah, they were also both at your birthday, which also happy birthday. But yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah. I know they've met. Their opinion, not particularly too sure. I never really talked to the SO anyways, so it's chill, but yeah. Because it's always just been one of those things of, like, offhandedly, like, oh hey, how's it going, sort of thing, but yeah. The innocent one is usually the one I talk to a lot more. Okay, so in this situation we take care of Gold Boy. Timing, and then Gold one. There we go. If we get that right timing, it should be all good. But yeah, and so how do I'm trying to also think. I could probably discuss the situation of that I was talking about as well. But so as of last night as well. You know the other, speaking of D&D, is the campaign tomorrow. Yes, though I'm not particularly too sure of what's happening, right? Because the other person in the campaign from our group, which I'm hoping you know exactly who I'm referring to. So, there was a girl that I was hanging with for quite a while, and apparently last night they decided, hey, let's just go behind my back and just go and hang out, sort of thing. So, I was pretty pissed off about that, and kind of not really in the mood to talk to either of them, frankly. So that pissed me off, legitimately to the point of throwing up. I was sitting there, like, kind of just sitting there, like, what the fuck? Like, you know, have I wasted my entire fucking time hanging out with this person because apparently on the first chance they're gonna ditch me to go hang with the other person in the campaign? Not particularly too sure of that. So, yeah, I'm, again, hoping you know exactly who I'm referring to. But, yeah, so, wasn't particularly too keen on that situation. Yeah, okay, cool. Also, while we're back here, let's go and grab a turtley leaf if we can. There we go. Always good to have that FP up. But yeah, so, you know, he made the smart move, and smart in quotations, of he messaged me saying that he was heading over soon, after I had a discussion with her being like, you know, he kind of annoyed me with certain things that he was doing through the week. And, I basically just was like, you know, I'm, you know, gonna probably contain how much we hang out, because it can get a bit much. Okay, yeah, sounds good. I think we will do it, but I'm going to be... It's going to be one of those situations where I'm going to do it, but I'm probably going to be a very brutal DM, at least for the first session. Which is fitting, given that, you know, we're going to be going through a big dungeon, presumably. But, yeah, so we'll probably end up playing, basically the whole situation will be... I don't know necessarily if I want... I think I might just be on Discord, because after last night, kind of not really too keen on the idea of having him come around to my place. Like, it really kind of annoyed me. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But, should be right. Yeah, I've spent most of the last night just kind of thinking through it all, just making sure I, like, had my stance down and like, where I was at with it. And, well, through the... How do I put it? Through... I want to say guidance. It's not really guidance. Through the... How do I put it? I have another person that I'm friends with, and I basically said, because I've been giving it a play-by-play over the last little while of how things were going between myself and the other person I was talking to. Yeah, I guess advice, yeah. I basically just said I was giving her the rundown, and she was like, well, you know what you gotta do? Gotta ditch them. And I was like, yeah, it does kind of suck, but yeah, I might have to. Like, you know, if they end up actually getting together, which definitely, that was the vibe I was getting from them the other night when we were all hanging out. I was just sort of like, you know what, that's not something I want to be watching, especially when, you know, I was hanging out trying to do that myself, so it's a bit of a kick in the nuts. But, I mean, hey, I've got said people, well, I've got a couple of people who I can invite in case the situation with those guys falls through. Like, if said guy drops out. I mean, we got Adam, who is, to my knowledge, probably up for D&D, which I think I did mention in the chat, but I did message him because I saw he was playing Horizon on Steam the other night, and I was like, oh, yes. Have you seen Horizon 2 yet? And he's like, yes. And we discussed that for a bit. Just, you know, caught up. Saw where everyone was at, sort of thing. All that good sort of shit. But, yes. Alright, now hopefully I can time this right, should be good. There we go, easy. But yeah, and then, so, ironically, you know, because of that whole situation, I haven't really ever fully hung out with the person I was talking about as in, the one I was talking to for advice, I guess. Never really fully talked, or never fully hung out with them in person or anything. And because of this whole situation, I just basically said to him, hey, look, you know, I was going to go grab coffee with that person. That's fallen through, as you can see. So, you want to come grab coffee? And she was like, I'm free on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I'm like, I was just like, well, I'm also free on Thursdays, so let's do it. So I think that'll be a fun little excursion, I suppose. But yeah. Also, I have the dumb. I just realized I'm gonna quickly run back because I just realized there's a badge I need to go and grab. Completely bypassed it because I was since we're talking. But silver linings, yeah. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, do I want to hang out with someone who would ditch me at the first opportunity that they get, or do I want to hang out with someone who I've been talking to for the last 4 years and have a large amount of respect for? And ironically, she's actually in the same course as my ex, which that's neither here nor there, but she's also in the same classes as my ex. And, you know, it's always a bit of fun just listening to her roast the shit out of my ex, just being like, oh, you know, she did this thing, like, she clearly doesn't understand what she's supposed to be studying in this course, sort of thing. And I'm just like, tell you what, on one hand, I'm not too interested in hearing about my ex. On the other hand, it's definitely fucking funny, so it is what it is, I guess. Hooktail Castle. I don't know, for some reason, so it's weird, right? I have like a love-hate relationship with a lot of the levels in this game. Well, I say that, like there's like some of them that I really, really like. Okay, right into the water. And then there's certain ones that, at least when I was a lot younger, they were more tedious than anything fun, at least for me. Okay, heart, HP +5. Nice. Get that parkour. Pff, parkour in my Mario game? Excuse me? Impossible. But yeah, no, if you know what you're doing to get through this area, you can generally do it pretty good. There is a bit of back and forth to make sure you collect all the collectibles, but it'll be right. Just, cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap over to Goombella, because I want to be able to tattle some of these enemies. So, of course, you can see dry bones here. I think there's something up here that I should go and check. Nope, it should be right. Okay, dry bones, dry bones. Ooh, Para Koopa Troopers. I think that's the name. Paratroopers, yeah. But oh well. At the end of the day, I've had my night of just self-loathing and just pain, and I think I've mellowed back out. I think I'm cool again. Sitting there stressing over something that is beyond my control is pretty dumb, I think. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those sort of situations where, sure, I could sit there and think over it a bunch of times, but that's not going to get me anywhere, so yeah. Rip. Because, yeah, generally I'd like to think I'm pretty chill with that sort of stuff, but yeah, that really just peeved me last night, like legitimately to the point of throwing up. Like, I was having a drink with one of the boys. I had like 2 drinks and I was just kind of sitting there. I just chilled. We played Smash, and then it just hit my stomach and I felt it like flip upside down, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna throw up. I need to go over to the bush where we throw up. And yeah, so that was the thing. Let's see what this mystery does. Come on, lightning strike. Damn it, maple syrup. You should read a bit about the classic philosophy of Stoicism. Stoicism is... hang on. Because I remember there was something I saw on Reddit which described all of the, at least a rundown or the shorthand of everything. Let me quickly... Screaming. Such... going? Just responding to a quick message there. Let's see, so Stoicism. Because I remember there was one of them that I aligned pretty well with, of like, you know, be self-contained, don't negatively affect others. There's a bunch of stuff like that. Let me just quickly find it. If I can't find it, then I'll just say, yeah, you get the idea. But Stoicism, there is a lot about being able to deal with problems, trials in a logical manner. Thing is, that's what I generally try and do, right? Is I always try and think through things logically. But I think just from, like, because the week has been a long week. Like, I'd already told you about the whole situation at the start of the week. And it was one of those things where, I think it just kind of added up. There are a few tenets that you align with. Fair. But yeah, I think it all just kind of added up and just kind of collated in one night of me sitting there, like, furiously just, like, legitimately just, like, sitting there, like, playing Smash, just, like, just because of the way I was, like, deep breathing, it's, like, very sharp, long inhales and exhales sort of thing, and, the person I was hanging with was like, hey, are you okay? And I'm like, I'll be right, don't worry, you know, just, yeah, and just over, and that happened, like, legitimately, like, 7 times, and I was like, I said I'm right, I'll be cool, I appreciate your concern, but it'll be chill. There's no point in worrying. And like that, excellent. Don't want to be having him use the power block. But yeah, you get the idea. Now that defense up is a bit of a bummer. But I can still put him on his ass. Damn it, I missed the action command. What? Oh yes, Courage Shell, give that to me. Thank you. But yeah, because yeah, my whole thing essentially in life is be self-contained, but don't cause issues to others, try and generally be a positive force, all that sort of stuff, which, as of recently, the whole being a positive force thing is, you know, a lot more of a thing. Yeah, feel free to join, I'll drop you the, one of the privileges or whatever, the, probably either admin or moderator for privileges, real quick. So, as usual, preferably, you know, with a position of power, I hope that you know to not try and break anything. And also, welcome back. We are, you don't know if you'll lag. Okay, fair. Yeah, we're just still playing through this, just, shooting the shit, talking about some drama and stuff going on around the place, as you do. There we go. And the stomp. Man, Goombella's taken a bit of damage. Should probably heal her. And actually myself as well. Courage Shell, and okay, we have 2 Courage Shells. But yeah, okay. You're not the kind of person who scuffs something just because generally. Yeah, I know, it's more of just, you know, it's one of the things where I try and make sure that, you know, the rules are established. I generally trust that you're not going to ruin things for the sake of ruining it. But, you know, I thought the same about said other people, but, you know, apparently they did. So that was the whole thing. Now let's try and... That's the bummer, is I suppose I could have had a second to pause, especially if it's public and related to a business venture. That's true, yeah. I do generally want to have it be a something we can work with. And I mean, hey, at the end of the day, since I know you're streaming as well, we can expand it into like a proper Discord thing or something, if you wish. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm trying to take streaming at least relatively serious. Oh, we're just talking about the Discord and stuff. There was a thing a while ago where a couple of the boys basically just went out of their way to destroy the Discord, and that kind of bummed me out for a little bit. But yeah, and then we're just discussing, yeah, since Mastermind just dropped the command and has the Discord there, and he's generally one of the people I would trust to be an administrator, given that, you know, I know him in person. That's knowing people in person and generally knowing that they're not going to destroy things is is generally like my two main things for giving admin privileges. I'm already in. You're already in my Discord. Which one? Hang on, and also while I'm here, let me quickly pause. Oh wait, which Discord? I think I know which one is. You have no lights and 35% battery. That's a bummer. The old. Oh, that's right, the old D&D one. Yeah. I mean, yeah, naturally. I would like to think that you know that I'm not the sort of person to just destroy things. I generally want to be positive, so that's the thing. You converted it to a community one. That's fair. Yeah, that's the other thing that kind of confused me is the necessity for the other guys to have a separate you know, Discord, despite the fact we already had a fully functioning one for ourselves. But as soon as that became a thing, I was just sort of like, alright, I know exactly where this is going. Though I should probably have backed up the server, but it's chill. At the end of the day, my whole thing at the moment is they're going to, well, I'm probably not going to add them to any of the new Discords that I've made, and if I do, then, you know, they're not going to get privileges that allow them to, like, kick people and stuff. Don't read it. So, I'm not going to let Coops read the letter because that's not actually his dad's letter. Rather, that's not actually his dad. Now we need Goombella back out. He's rocking and rolling. Now, I do believe we do want to generally tattle this guy, even though we come across him later on. I did forget to tattle the fuzzies. Actually, hang on, let me quickly check. Tattle logs, Spinnier, fuzzy. Okay, we do have the fuzzy. The horde counted as that one. All right, cool. Yes, and we just bonk these lads and enter into battle. Now, tattle the red one. Now there is a way that theoretically you can farm this, because I think he reconstructs the other ones. But yeah, you can just create more lads. So, theoretically what I could do is I could pop a power block. It is 2 damage. Okay, that knocks out all those guys. And then he builds another one, I tattle that one, and then we beat the shit out of the red one. Though, again, this is a good way to farm them, but not particularly too interested in farming them right now. It's one of those things of like, it's an off-stream sort of thing, I reckon. I mean, even though that's sort of what streams are for, but... Or rather, it's an off-video one. We do it on stream, but not on the recorded video that I'm going to post, presumably. Okay. Just hit this lad with a power bounce. Bonk. Coolio. And damn, I took my hand off the controller for half a second to check my phone. Yeah. Doing stuff for like an hour or two. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, the person that I was just messaging, she's been relatively available for conversation over the last night, which is somewhat meaningful. So, you know, I want to make sure I'm at least there to respond when I can, sort of thing. 28 star points. Okay, so we've got to decide what we want to do. BP would be nice because we're coming up to the point where we're going to start finding new stuff. But we need HP as well, which would be good, and FP is going to be useful. I think for the sake of the fact that we've got a boss battle coming up later, let's do FP. Just take that bubble here. And so what we want to do is we want to swap partners to Koops. And then we go Power Shell. 2, 3. Okay, I missed the fanciness timer at the end. But, oh well. It's no biggie. But yeah, so I was having a discussion with Pro Gamer. Yeah, I mean, now I'm back in the actual like routine of being able to do special moves and like the timing for the jumps and everything. It's a bit more reliable, but yeah. The mastermind. So I was talking to the person I hung out with last night because he's actually the person who introduced me to D&D, and apparently he was saying something along the lines of like that Kalishtar don't speak, and I was like, what do you mean they don't speak? They have common. Like, I don't think there's any... Kenku were the only race, to my knowledge, that have any difficulty in speaking common. And yeah, I was just... Like, I straight up said to him, like, that's dumb. Why would they not be able to speak? And then, you know, I brought up your, well, the character sheet for the Kalishtar, being very vague in my terminology because technically, you know, it's not been entirely discussed to other people. But, you know, it's one of those things of Kalishtar should be able to, and I'm pretty sure they're entirely capable of speech and such. Okay, now the play here, so we can shoot Koops out like that. But yeah, imagine playing a character that can't speak properly. Ha, Kenku. I absolutely can't stand Kenku, man. I really hate them. Like, I hate the idea of, like, only being able to recite things you've already heard. It just feels weird. Plus also the fact you have to keep track of what things you have. They can't dream or be affected by magic. That makes them dream, that's all. Yeah, fair. Like, maybe in the Unearthed Arcana it kind of makes sense that they might not have been able to, you know, do any of the whole speaking thing, but there's a reason that that's not a thing, because that would suck. Like, imagine playing a character who just couldn't speak, and you could only speak, or rather, you couldn't speak with your mouth, you would have to only do it telepathically. Even still, that's still pretty shitty. Like, sounds like a really not fun situation. And also it makes it so, you know... Well, either way, even if that was true, I would have said, like, hey, you know, you're trying to blend in with... Or if you're playing a Kalishtar in a human environment, then they should be able to blend in pretty well. You want to play D&D someday, the lore is good stuff. Yeah, I mean, thing is, I definitely can agree with that. I enjoy playing the lore. Even when it's, you know, just custom-built stuff, it's generally pretty fun. Especially, like, because the other thing with lore is that if it's not filled in, you fill in your own lore to some degree. Like, you know, in creating your own world, you might have your reason as why Dragonborn exist, as opposed to, like, the traditional way that they exist. It's all just sort of fun, and I find making up stuff on the spot kind of, it's one of the things that I just kind of enjoy about it. Let's multi-bounce. Drop them to the floor. But yeah, I was considering for a while, hang on, not only can they speak, but they have their own language. Oh, fair, that makes sense. But yeah, I was considering for a while trying to do a text-based D&D thing, where it was like, you know, in chat, I put in like, or in like a, say, for example, if I was to throw, or in, if I can speak properly, geez, doing a thing where essentially I put stuff in and just when people see messages they respond saying what they want to do, having it as like a fun little situation like that, so it's not a situation where we've got to be on, you know, or in the moment sort of thing, we can just play it whenever. And you're lagging, that's a rip. There's a bit of weird fragmentation, I think that's just from the emulator, should be fine though. Because after all, I do have the game completely legally and everything. But just for the sake of streaming it, unfortunately I don't have a capture card. And also, I don't know how well you can actually capture GameCube stuff. Because because GameCubes work on the AV cables, like the yellow, the white, and the red. So, now that I think about it, that's actually another thing that I'm not sure particularly how you would capture it. I'm guessing you'd have to get like specialized stuff for it. In which case, you know, if I have an easier alternative that doesn't cost money since I don't actually make money off of streaming, then I'm going to take it. Alright, that worked. Also, yeah, Druids have a language of their own, yeah? Druidic, I'm pretty sure it's called. Because I just realized it's one of those ones like Thieves' Cant, where it never really comes up, but you always, like, you do have it, it's just, you know, it's only ever coming up when the DM wants to specifically transfer a message in silence, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, that's right, we have this. At least that's how I kind of find it. Yeah, but Druidic isn't specifically spoken. Fair. Isn't it the way you can like put marks on trees to tell other druids certain stuff? It's like a code, yeah. In the sort of in a similar way to sort of how Thieves' Cant is done, where, well, I say that Thieves' Cant is done more of like implications within certain words, sort of thing. But yeah, that's fair. So like, you know, on a tree, if you see like a plus sign that has like a inverted chevron on the top of it to make it like a point, like an arrow, that's like a whole thing you can do. Now, of course, we do this. Coolio, through we go. Oh man, it's a curse chest. Man, that's such spooky, so horror and scary. Yeah, similar to Thieves' Cant. Now, I do believe, even just instinctually, despite the fact I haven't actually played this game in quite a while, I think I recall the layout decently well, at least of this floor. I don't think I've ever lost to this this room because it just gives you so much time. Put this down this way. Yep, there we go. Perfectly memorized. Just let my hands do the work. Damn, we are good out here with that. And now all of a sudden, because of this ability, this allows us to actually access a lot more different areas. It's very useful. It's the paper mode. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to go back and grab that FX whatever, C maybe, I think it is. So the cricket sounds, because Hooktail hates crickets. So we're going to grab that, and then we're going to have to go back and grab the red key, and we should be right. Just going to skip through. Again, you know, if you want to see the I'm just not kind of in the mood to read out all this sort of stuff. I only really do it ironically for certain characters. Okay. I'm holding, I'm pressing and holding. There we go. Do I know what this curse means for me? Yes, I do. Cool. It kind of bugs me that it puts it naturally on the no to make him re-explain it. So I suppose that is a good way to prevent players from just spamming through like I am. Only thing is, it's only been like what, my 4th or 5th full playthrough of this game. Again, oh right, I don't know the terminology for which one's which. We turn that one on, we turn that one off. What's our BP situation going right now? Power bounce. That's good, but not really what I'm looking for. Happy heart, we get that HP recovery. It's good, but we don't really need to recover HP if we can dodge all of the attacks when we get low. Okay, now we come through this way. You can tell that I've done this place plenty of times because I just know exactly where to go and what stuff to go and grab. So unfortunately we've got to come all the way to the left because there's essentially only the bars that have these ones here. All the way in here. I'm pretty sure there's a thing over this way if you ground pound, but it's whatever. Now we come over here and we grab this. Coolio. That's a castle key that we use for later on. I believe it's at the top of this elevator. So in other words, I've been watching a bunch of Reign of Horus Jr. Turns out, apparently, I didn't realize how like big of a streamer he was, but like, pretty sure he's getting like significant numbers. It was pretty insane. But because I've been enjoying the like he does like 4 to 6 hour streams of certain games, and I been enjoying watching them. So it's like, you know, stuff like the one he's been doing is Forager, I believe it's called, where it's like a little not stickman, but like, you know, very basic design character doing different wax or like going and farming stuff. It's pretty cool. Definitely one of those games where it's been good for the peace of mind as of recently. How's our health looking? Yeah, pretty good. We bonked that one. I just realised you can actually see the star piece there. You always miss that there, but I always know where to go and grab it. We comment that one over there. So, to get over to the next thing, we've got to go through that window and go around the back. You know, I never actually watched Game Grumps play this. I always presumed that, you know, Game Grumps tend to kind of be sort of slow. I think they did like a 90 episode playthrough, so spending, what, like 900 900 minutes, which is, what, like 10 hours or so, give it, well, no, it'd be 15 hours, I think it is. I'm calculating just roughly math right, which, that's fair, but like, I feel like if you know what you're doing, you can do it a lot quicker, which naturally, I mean, that's with all games, but like, you know, it's one of those things where, when I played through it, even when I was playing through it as a young kid, but damn it, that was, not the best move on my part, you know, failing to do my attack. But yeah, even as a kid, I feel like I like swept through this game pretty quick. At least for a lot of the levels. Though I am trying to keep it to a relatively decent pace, because... Okay, there we go. Because yeah, I know what slow playthroughs can be like to watch. And it's all just a thing. Okay, cool. Upwards we go. Now this brings us to... So there's a heart shroom down there, so I do... There we go, got him. Could have just probably walked up and bonked him, but I wanted to be sure it was actually an enemy first. Coolio. And then we bonk him one more time. Won't bother with the stylishness there because we've already got the power up ability. Coolio. Now I don't know why they make this behind bars, because it's implied that you can do that if you're here. That's also the hiding spot of one of the hide and seek champion, which is a mission we've got to do later on. It's like a side mission, which I try and get all the side missions done because they're pretty easy. But yeah, we'll take care of that one later. I think we'll do the missions after each area if we can. Okay, and we encounter Miss Meows, which, if you know the game, you know that she actually can become a follower later. So that is, or Miss Mouse rather. Yeah, she. I believe you have to do her mission, and then you get her as a follower. Which, since I train, at least, I'm like, in the past I've done like 99% runs where I've like done everything except like the Pit of 100 trials, and as a result, I have end up with her in my party quite often. She's not my favorite, but like, I'm pretty sure if I recall correctly, she can take items off of enemies, which is always useful. Okay, now this is a spicy room filled with goodness and stuff. We get a mushroom, our key, and also, I think, yeah, this is a honey syrup. Okay, no, it's where you find her in the next area. That's got the super mushroom, I'm pretty sure. Cool, cool. Through we go. Parrot. Nope. Bonk. That lad is gone. Don't even think I need to do the charge up for it. It should be taken care of. 2 damage. Easy peasy. Do the power jump. Should do 0 damage, but that means it's down on his ass, and we come in with our shell smack directly into the face holes. Alright, just gonna sit there and struggle a tad. And we're going to beat the lad while he's down, because we are good individuals. Maybe I should add the stream tag for neutral individuals. Let's go. I did actually think of that because of the whole Mario is evil joke that Matt Pat made ages ago, but yeah, no, I figured probably wasn't particularly what you know, Twitch staff would have been expecting. Oh yeah, just hang out with your dead brother, and I'm sure that's like chill and everything. There we go, big ol' clonk. And then we come in here with that power shell. Easy peasy, nice. Good old classic sweep. Wonder if we get an item from that. We do not. Fantastic. I'm just gonna skip him for now. Okay, apparently attack this guy though. I'm not gonna do anything either. Just a bit of a bummer. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna spend our turn doing sweet treats. That way we can have flower power for Koops' shell shot, or whatever it's called. The good one. And that's what happens when you hit the poison mushrooms. You get stunned. Come on. Nope, directly onto the wrong one. Come on. Ah, damn it. Well, that's enough for one shot. It'll be right. Power shell. 2, 3. I just mainly wanted to take care of those two. Damn it. There we go. Just got to get that right timing. Okay. And bonk, bonk. And then Shell Toss should finish him off, because while he's down, like established prior, his defense is down. Okay, I was looking at my my recording window and it lagged as we were getting into that frame window of trying to dodge, so that was a bit of a bummer, but it'll be right, it's no biggie. And 10 star points, bringing us to nice. Can confirm that is a gamer moment. Okay. So let me quickly take half a second to respond to this message. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's continue. Just a quick moment there. Ah, that's right, we're going to come over here, drop this, and once we get through that door, then I believe that's back to the stairwell. However, we are going to have to go back through this area once more, because there is a badge down there that I want to be obtaining. Quickly scan over the room. Yep, okay, so it's just that one star thingy. Yeah, star piece, that's the one. I was blanking on the name for a second there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Skip around here. As long as you like keep tapping back, you generally can make it across. Don't know if you can hear the it doesn't look like on the yeah. So on the readout from my audio, it doesn't look like you can hear the sound of me mashing the button, but it is what it is. And unfortunately, you may be wondering, oh yes, Zach, why don't you hold Koops out there to make it so you can come back? There is actually not enough space. Trust me, I have tried many times to try and find a way to allow myself to be able to avoid having to come all the way back up through here. Because even when I'm not playing this game for streaming, or rather when I'm not playing many games for streaming, probably do that. I still like moving at a pretty fast rate. But yeah, I don't know. I really like this game. It is a pretty fun game. I know. I would say I've been pretty lucky because this was my first Paper Mario game, so naturally the bar has been set pretty high. But yeah, I hear the new one actually is pretty decent as well, though. But it's been a situation. I discussed this with the person I was hanging out with last night. I know he doesn't want his name really to be mentioned, so I'm avoiding saying it. But He might actually join us for a couple of streams later in the future. Specifically, Mastermind, I reckon he'll probably be a decent fit for the D&D streams. At least once we get over the first initial thing of like how to play for beginners, for DMs and players, we can bring him in to do a bit of maybe an interview style thing or something. I don't really know. It's all just sort of up in the air at the moment, but so I was just talking to him last night and I mentioned I was streaming. And I was like, oh yeah, should probably talk to a bunch of the boys and see what they all think of for you know, doing like a podcasty interview style situation. Let's just... No, I'll save the splat pouch for when we're in combat. Power blocks, sleepy sheep. We'll just sleepy sheep them, it's fine. Put them all to sleep if we can. It's a pretty powerful item. Okay, so for 5 turns we can essentially do whatever we want, so I'm just gonna slowly make my way through decimating all of them. We want to come in here and we'll take out this one. Perfect. Plenty of turns to make sure we're all good, and of course he woke up, but there we go. Nice try, but that ain't gonna work on me. Okay. Yep, I'll just jump on this guy, since Coops can't hit air targets. That drops him down, and he's just chilling on the ground. Man, imagine having your wings torn off, that would suck. Bruh. Is it too spooky of a combat situation for you? I guess so. Bonk, and he's awake. Still have Coops' turn, so we're gonna Shell Shock, 2 damage, because he's on his back. Nice. Or rather, no longer nice, because we are at 77 star points. Okay, we do want to grab coins as much as possible. There is a spot, I'm pretty sure, that we can farm them, theoretically, but it's neither here nor there, I guess. Okay, I guess we're entering into combat. Luckily, we've got the badge that prevents us from taking damage from, you know, the whole situation. Of, like, you know, being attacked midair. Multi bounce, bonk, bonk, coolio. All of them are on the ground. And now we drink some, I guess we just go honey syrup. Doesn't matter if we use it on, because it's between the two of us. Okay, perfect. On him. Missed that one. This bitch ass is gonna use a healing. Damn it. Can't believe you've done that. Okay, now this lad, we're gonna come here and we're gonna power shell. You're reading the monsters from Mythic Odysseus, so Theros, and one of the monsters went up to 0 HP. Regains 200 HP. Oh, that sounds horrible. Yeah, that's gonna be a no from me, dog. Like, my thing with that though is, why not just make it so, like, I guess unless it's going into like a zombie form, but like, you know, why not just give it 200 extra health? Like, it kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion. Excuse me, but... CR21. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, because it is supposed to be, like, really tough enemies for, like, you know, the aspiring hero, or rather, legendary hero. It's part of the lore behind it. Okay, that's fair. Jeez, I keep hitting all those poison shrooms. That's unfortunate. Come on, heal us up. Let's go. Okay, well, that worked. Okay, shield that one. Missed that one. Missed that one. Okay, I keep doing it too early. And then we just power shell them. And then what we can do is we multi-bounce. That's 2. Put them on their asses. I think it's based on Arachne from Greek legend. Arachne, as in, like, the spider woman, I think? I don't know, think I recall which one you're talking about, but yeah, I'll have to verify. I mean, given I think there. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't she like some like really beautiful like tapestry artist, or who like because she was said to be more beautiful than Athena, she got cursed, yeah, or something like that. I think that's something along those lines. Where the classification for arachnid comes from? That makes sense. I mean, yeah, from the root of the word, yeah. More skilled, as you recall. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. And then yeah, Athena was like, "Bruh, that's not gonna be happening," and cursed her. Love me a bit of Greek lore and legend and such. Because I think there was actually an old show that it's like teen demi-human. Oh no, what was it? It was about like a bunch, like it was a cartoon with a bunch of what's it called? Like, you know, your demigods or something, and they had to fight Kronos. I think it was. It was a whole thing that happened. And we are in combat. Now, some of these combats can just kind of go on for a little while. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to power bounce this lad, and then we're just going to use a power block here. That should take out like half of them, or 3 out of 4 of them, and knock the other one over, which is also fortunate. That's actually the other thing that reminds me. Since these guys also have a passive armor of 1, so does Coops actually, which it makes him really fucking useful for, you know, combat and such. Okay, now we are at the top of the tower. What we are going to do is we are going to hit the save block, and we're going to hit the heal block. So basically, the heal block you pay and it heals you and replenishes all of your stuff. It's a very useful, useful box, I reckon. Alright. We are good. Who dares approach me? Sup, Hotail? You ready to get your ass handed to you? No? Well, too bad. So you're friends with the strange garbed one who came looking earlier. I didn't expect more to come to steal the treasure that I protect. Such rashness. That was foolish, I fear. Do you really think you can beat me? But you're so small, and you don't appear tasty. I suppose you might make a good snack. And the bottoms of your feet smell like they might make a good sauce with some spices. Right, okay. Don't particularly like you talking about my feet like that, but hey, whatever works, I guess. Right, can't flee this fight. Well, I didn't intend to, so let's item up, I reckon. We'll spite pouch Mario, and then we'll also pop a courage shell on him. We probably are gonna sweep this fight, all things considered. Actually, I don't know if oh damn, I still did a bit of damage. It still did a bit of damage there. I didn't expect that. All right, well, cool. Oh, no, that's what I should do. First things first, swap to Goombella and Tattle. Hooktail. You know, just taking the 3,000 turns it requires for me to set up my stuff. HP is 20, attacks 5, defense is 1. Easy peasy, coolio. And just not taking damage there. That was also because of the proper timing, but it'll do. Bada bing, quadruple stylish. And cricket. There is a stronger Kraken that, when slain, regains 400 HP that requires targeted attacks. So disadvantage on all. Oh, that's annoying. Sort of reminds me of Charybdis and what's the other one? Charybdis, the big, it's essentially the big monster that makes whirlpools. It's pretty whack. But fair because I remember for a while I was looking into all that sort of stuff because Charybdis, and there was a there's another one. It was supposed to be Charybdis, and there's one other thing that it's, I believe, supposed to actually be the origin of the saying between a rock and a hard place. The rocks were, I think, it had a bunch of like sirens or some shit on them, and the hard place was Charybdis. Come on, good luck. Nope. Okay, that was unfortunate. Damn it, 3 damage. Okay, I'm not doing too well right now, jeez. Well, I'm in danger, so no, I've got the activation of my my badges, so as long as I just continue to beat the shit out of this boss, I should be right. Now it's going to go and chomp up a bunch of the audience, so I'm taking the stylish while I can. We'll take the head bonk. And there's Lucky, nice. I was hoping we'd get that Lucky prot. We'll just go for another head bonk. Bonk, bonk. And okay, we'll just do another one. I was going to do Sweet Treat, but it's fine. Drop down to half health. Yeah, sure. 1,000 coins, wow. No, be gone, thought. Extra special badge. Yeah, no, I've collected all of the badges in this game, so I'm cool. That's disgusting. Not really a foot person, but sure. And it's gonna come and munch all of the audience real quick. There we go. It's only half health back, so it's not that big of a deal. You know, you'd think from eating a bunch of mushrooms that, you know, one of them heals me 5, so we've only eaten 2. Really scared off everyone. And now we're fighting down in the stands. Righto, righto. Head bonk. And we missed that one, that's a bummer. So I suppose what I'll do is I'll pop Sweet Treats, that way we can get some flower power back so we can just continue to do some big damage. Damn it. Well, the flower power is important. Though I would like some health for Mario back if I can. Kraken also does an average of 120 damage per turn before legendary actions or lair actions. And God knows those legendary actions are going to make it a pain to deal with. Because, I don't know, I hate legendary actions just because of how powerful they can be. It's like, oh, just, you know, 3 times whenever I want. Completely, like, separate from, you know, initiative. I can just do like an attack or something, and it's immune to half of the damage types. Oh, that's concerning. But I suppose that would also be one of those sort of situations where you're far enough in the game where you should know how to gather information about resistances and such. You know, you talk to people before you even enter the battle. You know what you're working with. And there we go. Get done, dragon. Easy peasy. And we get the level up as well. Nice. Now, what do we want? I could just up my health and just keep upping my health. Though, something tells me the badge power would be useful. Let's get my health up while I'm, you know, in one of those sort of situations where I keep getting dropped down. If I have high enough health, I can just not use the abilities that let me dodge when I'm at low health. Yeah, it's a level 20 encounter. That's fair. I mean, challenge rating 21, yeah. You wouldn't want to be taking on anything else. Though, at the same time, you know, I presume all of those sort of situations are supposed to be Skyrim strat, just spam health up. Well, I do like getting my badge up as well, but it's one of those sort of situations where, yeah. Oh, the Kraken is 26. Right, that's unfortunate. Oh, 21 was the Arachne. And speaking of dead parents, we actually have Koops' father here, who is just stuck. He's just been sitting in a shell the entire time, because apparently when you are in a shell, you're just immune to all damage. I mean, pretty accurate in D&D as well, I suppose. But then you have your heartfelt reunion between the two of these, blah 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 blah. etc. And he's like, oh, Coop's like, I came here to kick Tails' asses and also find the Crystal Star. And he's like, oh, you mean this thing right here? Yes, that thing. Apparently the dragon ate it, apparently. Cool.
Oh yeah.
Total build 24 AC at level 1. Yeah, pretty much. That's going to be a yikes from me. And we learned Earth Tremor, which is fantastic, because it means that we can actually use those stuff. Instead of just doing sweet treat, we can now actually deal damage with it, and that allows us to sweep through quite heavily. And now, of course, we have the intermission between chapters, which is a bit of a drag. Quickly save. And now we play as, I believe it's Peach first. It's either Peach or Bowser first. Mario. Okay, that's, yeah, Peach. So, long and short of it is essentially, as Peach, you're taken into this spot and you're supposed to do the whole, like, here's the background of what's going on that Mario doesn't know, but you as the player know. And essentially, it's implied that you're being watched from Tech, which is the robot AI that runs the place. Blah blah blah. Basically, evil guys are like, hey, yeah, just, you know, chill. Just don't be trying to cause any trouble. You got your boy Sir Grodus over there. Or Lord Crump, that's his name. Sir Grodus, I think, is the other one. With the Robo head. Man, I wonder what these guys' favourite letter is. I think it's F. Because they're going to have to be pressing F to pay respects after I murder them all. Oof, God. It's a very odd design, but I suppose it works. It seems that most villain-type characters don't show skin at all. Like, they're always wearing, like, full garments of, like, robes and gloves and such. I mean, I suppose Nintendo doesn't like the idea of humanizing the enemy. Ah, the Shadow Sirens. Summon the Shadow Sirens. Because they're gonna come and try and beat us. I believe, actually, the one in the pink hat was, originally in the Japan version supposed to be actually trans, which is interesting. So, that, I think it got changed back in this version. I do believe she's a female in this version. Yes. So, little bit of a heads up of what's coming. We're going to have to be versing those guys, as you might imagine. Now, we are supposed to, I think, go and literally take a shower, which is kind of a bit concerning. I don't know if we're supposed to show that on Twitch. I think there is a way to skip it, but I'm not particularly too fluent or familiar with it. Just, you know, whatever. I think we can just wander around for a bit, but I think showering is the fastest way to doing it. What a mad woman. She doesn't even take her crown off. Bro, she's hotboxing the room. Get some ventilation in here. Of course, that's not actually something that you can do in this specific location. There's a reason for that. If you haven't seen it, you'll find out eventually. If you have seen it, it'll make sense. Or rather, you'll understand why. The mold would be so bad in there. Yeah, assuming that mold could get here, yes. Okay, now we can go through. Now, that's the thing, is after she gets out of the shower, I think her sprite's different, but I'm not sure. And then I think as soon as you go through the door, it returns to normal. So I, like, never actually notice fully if it's a different sprite or not. Just a long hallway. It's everywhere that is warm and damp. Yeah, but let's just say I don't think it would be here. There's a reason, like, I don't know whether to specifically say it or not. Actually, I mean, I've spoiled it. Yeah, no, we're on the moon. Yeah, it's a secret base on the moon. So, yeah, that's at least why I'm like, I don't know if mold would be able to get up here. Unless, like, you know, I suppose there's spores that might be on the clothes or something. But, like, yeah, I don't know. Regardless, assuming that there are spores, you probably would have a very bad situation in terms of mold. And yeah, basically the whole thing is that she's like, oh, blah 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 blah, robot's in love with her or something. And she's like, oh, okay, cool, alright. The computer's like, oh, if you do something for me, then you can send a message to Mario. Or rather, the computer wants to be taught about love, apparently, because that's something that a computer needs. Okay, there we go. So, as we're walking back, we get a good old message from Peach, being like, hey, can you, come and, you know, help? And I'll be like, I guess. I kind of have to, I suppose. Ah, well. Clickety clackety clickety clack, come on. Yeah. Let me quickly see if I can find this hotkey, because there was a hotkey that I was looking for a little while ago that would allow me to pause the recording so I could quickly go off and like grab something to eat or something, because I haven't actually really eaten today, and it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We shall save. So it's weird, right? So the way that OBS does it is it has certain buttons for certain stuff. Hey, there's a toggle in-game overlay. Let's go. Let's click that one to be numpad add. Sure, that'll be good. But yeah, I don't think there's a way that I at least can't find the button I'm supposed to be looking for. Alright, but if I'm here, okay, well, I'm toggling the stream overlay and it's not doing anything, so it's a bit of a bummer. All these lads slacking. We just gotta keep moving forward. And breathe some fire, that'll come in handy later. Ah yes, my position where I just stand in front of this painting of myself all day, every day. Nothing else, just stand. And then, yeah, so this whole thing is basically them finding out about the crystal stars and being like, oh yes, Mario's going to go look for them, and then Bowser's like, bruh, I want them. Do I like fried eggs? Yes. Fried eggs are good. Have some eggs and toast. That sounds good. They all have their little wands. Okay. But yeah, we basically fight everyone in this room, I'm pretty sure. Which, naturally, given that they're all, you know, enemies. Except for that, the Bowser cart thing, I don't think we actually use that. Alright. We are out of here. Okay, save all game progress. But yeah, the reason why I'm thinking that it would have been nice to find that pause button is that I would like to be able to pause this recording so I could go and obtain me some food. So they're just having their conversation, and Koopy-Goo's like, oh no, it's a bit of a bummer that you gotta dip out and like go and help Mario, and then Koops is like, oh no, it's cool, I'm just going, goodbye. So that's the whole thing. Where is this video button? Because I'd rather not have to, like, if I can avoid it, I would prefer to not have, you know, or not make everyone wait on the stream in the recording at least. I know there is a way that theoretically we can do it. And also it means that I would prefer to also not have to, you know, go and do the whole editing thing to cut stuff out, because the whole thing of the VODs is that they're not supposed to be edited. What is that supposed to be? Oh, okay. So those are just those things, I guess. Alright, well, might have to just go and dip out, and unfortunately, you know, I'll have to just leave the game paused. If you wait for a couple of minutes, it should be right. I'm just gonna go make myself a cup of coffee and probably grab something to eat. So enjoy the nice calming music of the game, and I'll be back in probably about 3 minutes, I would say. Oh, real tight. where I always spill a bit of coffee as I come down on the bottom of the stairs. It's absolutely fantastic. It always means that it takes me a bit of extra time to go and clean it back up. Oh well. In the meantime, so I'm going to quickly also mute while I just munch down on this. But I'm here to read chat, so I'll unmute when that happens. But I'll also probably keep playing a tad. So one hand I'll my controller is connected to something, or continues to connect. Hey game, you wanna work? Hey game. Wait. Excellent. Fantastic, my controller's disconnected. Give me half a second to deal with that. Really not having the best information. Alright, come on controller, you can do it. Alright, let's check this, check that, configure. Unplug and replug this one back in. Reset the standard. Controllers are working again. Excellent. Fantastic. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to mute myself while I munch down on this toast and this coffee. So, actually, I think I'll quickly do ahead of time. Let's bounce up here, slide through, Mega Rush. Now, I believe that ups my damage while I'm low on low health rather. But yeah, alright, so that's cool and good and everything. So yeah, gonna mute and we'll keep working. So, I'll just also quickly interject here and say, fantastic, fell in the water. But yeah, I'm going to explore some of the things that you can now get to now that you can go into paper mode. So that's also what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to head directly over, but I'll beeline my way to the 1,000-year door. So, this is the fortune teller that I was talking about before, where you can get the special path, which gives you good stuff, and of course we're going to choose that. So it's very nice and cool and good. Now, I already know that we're not able to go in there because that requires a later partner that we obtain. Alright, I am back. Apologies for the quietness while I quickly ate. But you know, as a human, I require food. And given that I haven't really eaten today, it was a situation where I should probably have gotten something into my stomach. And hence, I did. Now, my question is, do we can... Oh, okay. Thanks, phone, for going off. Thanks, Domino's, for telling me that there's deals, apparently, that I can obtain. I don't actually know why they messaged me or saying deals, because the deals they message me about are always garbage. Like, you know, usually they'll be like, oh yes, grab 3 pizzas and a drink and 2 sides for $30 or something, like $35. Except, like, using other stuff, or for one, you want to generally buy garlic bread at home, like on your own. Like, garlic bread can be good, but like, yeah, I don't know. My point is essentially it's just not that high value in my opinion. Much rather do a bunch of other stuff. Pizzas themselves, yeah, sure, I'll pay for whatever. Might actually get pizza tonight for dinner, because yeah, that feels like a good idea. Hey, what's that in the bin? What did I forget to tackle? Trying to scan through everything. Oh, I have the dumb bold cleft. Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tattle all of the clefts. Damn it. Alright, well, that's fine. How many shrine sprites do we have? 4. Alright. Fantastic. Hey, it's Mario. Okay, now what we're going to do. Power up. Let's go. Multi-bonk with our lass here. Shazebe. Take off your shirt and show me your boobies. I mean, what? Alright, coolio. And so Goombella now has extra health, which is my main thing. I don't really care about the multi-bonk too much, but extra health is always useful. Now, so we want to be able to come in here, because this is the quest room, or the trouble center rather. Need an explanation? No. This is just extra quests. We have to listen to the explanation. Alright, cool. Now, let's see. Order an item, listen to Croup, cookbook, try and find him. You're hungry, hit me. This one sucks. Find the guy, price adjustment, Goomba. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's be swift. We won't do the ones that require us to go out to the thing, because out to Petal Meadows until we can unlock it. So, we'll do this one, and hopefully we'll do it well. So this one essentially requires us to that's right, we can't sneak around the back. So this one requires us to just basically bonk this lad until it comes up, but if you bonk him when it comes up, then you miss it, so we're going to have to hope for good RNG, I suppose. That's this lad. Okay. Okay, let's go. Cool. So luckily you can't spam it too hard. You have to wait for the text to at least finish, I'm pretty sure. There we go, got it. That was decent, decent luck. Okay. Wait, we get it that early? I could have sworn it always takes us a lot longer to get that. Huh. Fair. Alright, sure. Slow go. I'll get slow go for the sake of adding it to our list. But it's not something I'm ever gonna really equip. But yeah, and so every time you come here, it tells you new stuff about what's happened. You know, all that sort of stuff. And now, wait, hang on. Nope. Oh no, she's over here, being a wench. Here's your contact. And now that we've given our the contact, we can go over here, and she's going to cook us stuff, which is why I've been making sure to always collect stuff like horsetails, turtley leaves, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine, or we're going to quickly do a quick old cooking session. Zesty. That's right, now so you cook one thing at a time until you get the thing in Duplus's lair, which allows you to cook two, so I suppose we'll just do one thing at a time. We'll go horsetail, then we'll go the leaf, then we'll go mushroom. That should be good. I've also done all of these cooking things. I used to actually really like this little tune, because it was nice and spicy. Oh. Okay. Well, I suppose we needed to make a mistake sooner or later. Alright, make me some tea, please, and thank you. Just waiting for this to happen. This room, this kitchen doesn't follow the triangle rule when you're building stuff. Yeah, sounds good. I'll catch you later, Mastermind. Okay. And then we'll cook up the mushroom. Now, I believe most of the mushroom types all give the same thing, so it's not really worth cooking them up in a different way. It's weird, I could have sworn the horsetail was something that you could cook up. Maybe you have to cook it up with other stuff. Cool, stir fry. Doesn't look like anything worth cooking. You can't double cook stuff. Yes, don't cook anything, thank you. I'll show you what the mistake does at least, as you might imagine. The mistake says, "Can you DM me a game of D&D?" No, that's just a subtle, not so subtle jab at a couple of people. Don't worry. Okay, so now we are here. We can fall down that spot. There's a few things we should do now that we're here. For one, check out the lottery board. Tell me more. I believe you've got to buy a ticket. I don't have enough money for that. That's a bit of a bummer. Okay, there's something here. Yep, star piece. Now, hang on, let me... Dried shroom, dizzy dial, life shroom? I think it's the order. There's an order later on that you have to buy certain stuff. I think that's the order. Okay, we'll go into the pianta parlor. Our gambling station, because love me a good old bit of gambling. And then we can come over here, and the convenient thing, so we can trade in our winnings. Cake mix is good, super appeal is good, refund is also pretty fresh. So, the way that we'd want to do it is we'll do this twice, and I can just show you what we got to do. So we come over here, try the slots. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Nope, okay. Rip. I sort of have the timing roughly down if I'm not mistaken, because I think it is a 1, 2, 3, but it's got a certain frame window, I think. Let's quickly check up here just to make sure that I've got everything that immediately is on the top of my mind. Dropping everything. Just real quickly restoring this. Okay, that was a thing, I suppose. Okay, jump, jump, jump. Yep, no, nothing around here. Okay, this is how we get to the 6th area. It's I actually kind of really enjoy that section of the game, but it's one of those ones where you know you can tell it's getting near the end of the game because things start to ramp up pretty heavily. All right, now I do believe. Jump over here properly. Coolio. That worked, and I'll go back through that way later. There's a way, so you get out of the final area through coming through here, and there's a way that if you you jump and oh damn it, you jump and you can like hammer your way in with one of your abilities to get in there. It's a whole thing. Coolio. There's another ground pound spot around here. Do I know about stylish moves? I am entirely stylish, I'll have you know. Now, there's a thing there. Okay. So as you saw before, we're on the other side of that pillar that blocks the way through to, you know, this spot. You can trade in your star pieces on the other side. Come in here to the bar, talk to the all these different guys, the Redditor. Righto. And yo, Herb Tea's place. Righto, Tato. Sure, whatever works. And in here we have a shop. Now I believe the gold. This is basically just a way to store money as gold bars. But as you can kind of see, I'm not really a biggest fan of most of that stuff. It's either really high tier stuff that I can't afford, or you know, gradual stuff. I'm not, and I dislike gradual stuff. Not really one for using buffs and such. All right, we should be done here. I'm pretty sure. Coolio. We will have to come back through here later, but it'll be right. Now, bonk that guy. I think he still has 3 health. Still has 3 or 5. I suppose we'll find out in a second. Okay. Y to swap, and we'll tattle. Of course, we can't jump on these guys because they've got those big old spikes. Spaniards. So we got Spinnier, and we have Spanier. Okay, still 3 health. I thought so. Items, not really anything worth using. Ooh, I can show off Earth Tremor. Oh, yeah. It's a bit of a waste on only 2 of them, but it shouldn't be any too big of an issue. So we've got to press A on each of these stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I go a tiny bit cross-eyed when I'm doing that. I used to be horrible in that last round, but now I'm a lot older. I can hit it relatively with ease. There is sometimes when I mess it up, but if I don't go cross-eyed while I'm doing it, I should be fine. And the other cool thing that I do like about this area is that when you get far enough in the game, you actually end up basically coming back through here, or you have to come back through here, but the enemies have changed. And I think it's a very fitting thing that happens. Okay. There's a boat pad over there that you can get to from that spot. Ah, gradual. Damn it. Just dodge those guys. Don't recall what's in here. Don't think there's much. Just a spot for me to get stuck and then have to battle. 4 of them and a badge. Okay. What I'm gonna do, we want to swap to Coops, and then we want to Power Shell. Damn, I should have upgraded Coops so that way it would have done 3 damage. Damn it. Okay, I need to just hit these perfect guards. Apparently I'm failing at all of them. Fantastic. That's exactly how I was expecting. What do you mean What do you mean could have done any better? Impossible. There we go. Tapped each of them. Now, luckily, of course, since, you know, we can upgrade our characters, I do believe it also does the damage, hence what I was saying before. Now, I would have liked to have... I should have upgraded Coops' damage. That would have been the smart play. But... sometimes, you know, sometimes I make quite smooth brain plays, and it's unfortunate, really. And while I'm not able to sweep through all of them, I'm not particularly too keen on having to enter combat with them too often, if I can avoid it. Upwards we go. Now, that's the thing, there is a spot around there that takes you to the Pit of 100 Trials, but... I guess it's not any of those. This lad smelling the flowers. Oh, okay, didn't mean to talk twice. Okay, so, now that we've got this stuff set up, that's actually kind of surprising, not gonna lie. Though I have enough... No, I still don't have enough coins yet. That's right, I wasted them all in Pianta Parlor. So much for that, I guess. I suppose I should go and sell something and grab a ticket. At the very least, it gives me like half price back. Sell the in-coupon. I don't really care about in-coupons. Because the whole process... There's only one place where in-coupons, in my opinion, are worth it, and that's in Twilight Forest, you know, the Minecraft mod. You know, okay. Okay, let's see what the board has. I think it was 1800. So, nothing, so... we get a constellation mushroom. That is good enough for me because I believe mushrooms worth 5 coins. So, you know, it pays for itself. You do 10 coins, and I think you'd have that number for however long you want. Alright, so, what are we working with? So, for the record, this is the map. We're heading up here. This is the Great Boggly Tree. Close your ears if you don't want to hear spoilers, but I'll detail where everything is. This is, of course, the first area, then second is here. Glitz Pit is up here. It'll fill in later, which is third. Then fourth, I believe, is this one, the Twilight Forest. Fifth, you come down here. Sixth is here. And then seventh is on the moon. So, yeah. Or correction, 7th is both of these areas, but yeah, that's where we're currently at. We've got our 1 crystal star. I know, that's really satisfying to me. We've got our tattle log. We've got 15 out of 124. We are a 10th of the way done, which is surprising, actually. Likewise, we're getting a couple of these in, which is nice. And we have cooked 3 things, so we are a 9th. Wait, hang on. Yeah, a 9th? No. 19th of the way done with that. I think my math is adding up. Let's go see what other side things we've got. Okay. So let's see which one we want to be doing. Okay, so since we have a mushroom, we'll go and do Bomberto. So the reason I like doing these is because you do get some degree of a reward for each of them. You usually get coins. The last one was just knowledge, which not the best. It's a detailed way of how you can make money. But thing is, I think you get a profit of like 3 coins every time you do it. And even if you have the bag upgrade, that's only what 3 coins for I think it's 10 items, 20 if you've got the bag, 60 coins from going to Rogue Port and back. Now I think it's this guy. Nope. This one, Bomberto. No. Where is this person I'm supposed to be talking to? This one. Yep. Okay, cool. You're gonna have a mushroom. 11 coins. Bada bing, profit. And the trouble's been done. Ah, here's this guy. Investment man. $100 coins. So usually I think we invest and we get I think 300 back, so that's pretty fresh. Let's also see what badges we've got while we're here. Alright, let's see what we got in terms of badges up here. But yeah, so I don't really like having the in tokens, because the only reason I like the one in the Twilight Forest is because it allows us to have what's it called? Blanking on all of the words I'm trying to say. Ooh, Happy Heart. Or HP Plus, rather. Yeah. It's... I don't, like, really get it. It's more of just, like, you know, health and stuff, and that's not really too... That's not really what I want. Okay. Guess I'll keep that one. Coolio. What's her face? So the whole thing is that she's a badge thief. Okay, and then I suppose we'll come in here. And you can get mushrooms again, fair enough. Mushrooms are 5, yep, okay, yeah they are. Let's sell... We'll sell the gradual, slow shroom and the gradual shroom, or gradual syrup. And then we can go invest in a startup business, because we are good citizens. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's quickly check how many. So we've got 1 Shine Sprite, 9 Star Pieces. Let's actually go talk to the Star Piece dude. I can press the button one-handed. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, Item Hog is good. Peekaboo, it's good but not the best. Quick Change is good. Quick Change and Item Hog are the two that I like. So Item Hog makes items appear more often, as you can see, after battle. If they've got stuff, I think it increases the chance to like 25% or something. And then Quick Change essentially gives us action economy. So given action economy is really useful. Ooh! I just saw it was... Oh, no. No, we don't want that one. Jeez, come on. No. Yeah, it's 7 points though. Quick Change, yeah, that's 7 points. That's insane. That's like over 3 level, yeah, or essentially 3 level ups worth. Item Hog, 3 BP. Oh. Okay, if I can stop doing that, Jesus. We will get Quick Change. 7 BP, oh, it hurts. There's nothing else we can get. Let's see what we've got. We've got 6 in total. We legitimately can't even use it. Brr. That sucks. Okay, I guess we know what our next level up's gonna be. Oh, downwards we go, I guess. Downwards and onwards. Into the worst place in the entirety of this game, in my opinion. Like, I can enjoy all the other places, it's just this one that always, like, I just don't like it, it's just not my thing. And of course, since we're going into a new position, we're going to need Goombella out, plus having a leveled up is also useful. Guess again, nerd. Yeah. Next north. Oh no, we're not next north. So, long story short, we announced to them, oh yeah, we're not actually bad guys, we're here to help and stop the villains, and then this lad is like, oh yes, okay, I'm going to show you where I live now. Yeah, that's right, we've got to be like, hey, we can't fit through that hole in the wall. And he's like, oh, hang on, where's the button? There's the button. Now, the other thing, so you might have noticed over here, that there is that little thing there, and if the little fragmentation on the screen doesn't show it, we can essentially just dip around the back here. And apologies for me having to check my phone, like I was saying before. Since I've just had one of those nights, and I've had the person I'm talking to there kind of talking, I've wanted to at least make sure that this morning I'm at least responsive and everything to them. Okay, the Great Boggly Tree. I think there is a star piece somewhere around here, I just don't recall. Oh, we won't save this yet. And here we have the Shadow Sirens. They have a poster of us as a image to tell them what person we're at that they're supposed to be looking for. Only thing is, blue hair lost it, and of course they're blaming on pink hair. Pink hair who has also found that necklace, which we're going to have to go back and grab. I only know the name of the pink haired, or the pink hat one, Vivian. I don't recall the other ones. It's, you know, something typically evil. Yeah, so in other words, because she's blaming pink hair or pink hat for losing the thing, she's like, "Hey, give me that necklace," and then she starts sobbing. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so upset." Yeah, actually, I think I can press X on them. Certainly selfish and mean. Oof. Let me quickly finish typing this message so that way I can two-hand. Actually, I'm not going to take damage anymore. Hey, come back here. Okay, and we've got the cleft as well, the spiked cleft. Or regular cleft, rather. Jeez, I almost feel bad sitting here trying to play one-handed whilst trying to talk to someone. It's not really the best move if you're streaming. What I'll do is, I think they have 3 health, so I'll just do this. Nope, okay, missed that one. There we go. And if you just parry him twice, it bypasses armor. And we'll just do the quick old little tattle. And stylish. Pale piranhas. And are we gonna get it? We are not. That's a rip. So I should probably explain what happens when you get those. When you learn 3 of those up, you essentially, depending on what the symbol is, get a certain benefit. If it's hearts, it's health. If it's star, it's star power. If it's flowers, of course, it's flower. And if it's a shine sprite, all of them. Oh, that's useful. I'll wait for that. Okay. So it seems they've got 4 health by the looks of it. Okay. Well, I have to hammer them because they have spikes, the teeth of the piranha plant, and the cleft's head spikes. Nope, I did that too late. And I'll just hammer him. Should hopefully bypass his armor. I think, actually I don't think it will. Yeah, no, his armor's 3. So what we can do is we just appeal, which raises our star power. And fail that one, apparently, is also what it's doing. Let's just appeal. Be like a banana and appeal. Come on. There we go. Get that spin parry. Grab him by his horns and slam him into the ground. Cool. That's the tattle. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm supposed to be bonking these trees. Forgot that was a thing. I suppose I've got to quickly do it. bonk all the trees. There we go, sleepy sheep, that's useful. I do believe you can get a bunch of other cool stuff. You know, actually, ironically, coming back to this game as a much older individual, I actually kind of like this aesthetic to some degree. At least the floor. The rest of it, I can't stand the whole black and white thing. But the rest of it's pretty decent. Okay, that's at least how you get to the Great Boggly Tree. So we're going to have to go do that. There's also an in token or an in coupon there. There's a lot of text that just cycles through. Yo, how's it going? So, unfortunately, we've got to go here, and then Puny figures out, oh no, they've put a door on the door. Oh shit. So, we've got to basically skip past all of the conversation, and then he's like, oh man, what do I do? Oh, that's right, there's a secret entrance. Only thing is, we need to go and get, Flurry for it. And here's a FP plus to up the amount of FP that we have. Which they cost 3 badge points and do the same equivalent of just taking a level in that thing, so I find it kind of dumb, honestly. Like, it's one of those sort of things where, like, I get that maybe you'd want to be able to, you know, take it off if you don't need it, but there's a spot where you can just, you know, and you get to be able to access the spot after the 5th place, where you can just basically say, oh yeah, take the level where I allocated it into this thing, and I think you have to pay a couple of coins, and then you just put it into a different thing. So, that's the other thing, right, is apparently you can actually go into Florrie's bedroom. I just never did, and I played it recently-ish, like within the last year, and I realized you could go in a bedroom, and I'm like, hang on a second. Completely forgot that this was a thing. Or didn't realize it, I suppose. Great, down the hole. Excellent. Damn it. Okay, come on, really? First time, shame on me. Second time, also shame on me because I'm the one playing, but... man. Okay, basically just saying, hey, we gotta keep heading this direction. Hey, coin. Money. You know, they say that money doesn't grow on trees, but I beg to differ. There's a cleft there. Just gonna dip around real quick. And a blowy bitch. We come up through here. And we give it a quick old jump bonk. And that elevates that. Take the star piece, and I'll go and activate the wind sprite thing. Okay, I guess I won't hit it then. I think it's got, what, 5 health? I believe. We want to probably... tattle. Dark puffs, that's what they're called. As opposed to the even darker puffs, which we find later on. So in other words, you know, they do their thing and they start charging up their power and then they can zap you, and you don't want to be hit by that because that sucks. Fantastic. And I missed that one apparently. We're in danger. Don't think this is going to kill either. Oh, it did. Okay, excellent. Okay, I think the timing for stuff like that, it's always the ones where it's like that, the timing messes me up. And it's a bit of a bummer, but not really much can be done about it. Oh hey, we get extra damage. And this is what that blessing does. So this is the blessing of kicking some ass. Nice. Love me a good bit of extra attack power. Oh damn! We out here doing damage. Like, sometimes those things, like those blessings, can come in clutch. Not only that, but also there's another one. Okay, there. There's another one where you basically get like double the star points, which, if you're versing a boss, can be absolutely god tier. Come on, there we go. Shine Sprite. I believe there's a Shine Sprite near Flurry's house as well, so theoretically we could actually head back and go and power up Coops, but at the same time, I don't necessarily think we're going to be dealing with multiple enemies too much. I think at least a lot of this area is like singular enemies, or at least ones that are going to be, if there is multiple, then they're not going to be able to be hit by the Coops shell. We can just avoid being hit real quick. Wow, look, it's Flurry's place. Now, I believe there was something over here. I think that's an in coupon. Nope, it's a Volt Shroom. Interesting. Volt Shrooms make it so anything that touches you with melee attacks takes tasing damage. My favorite kind of damage. So, I'll tell you what. I'm not finishing the video just yet, but I will say a major thank you to anyone who's actually watching this and has stuck around this far. I appreciate it, and you are a good person. Whether that's for either the VOD or the stream, either way I don't mind. But yes, I very much appreciate your support. I hope you find the content that I'm creating at least somewhat enjoyable. Like, you know, it's a game that I do very much enjoy, and yeah, I hope that you're at least enjoying watching it. It's, you know, sometimes there's some questionable maneuverings, you know, my garbage ability to do parkour apparently, but you know, yeah, it's a thing. Okay, Beldum, that's the one. I should remember that because Beldum, I believe, is it? I think it's like, it's probably, now I am speculating entirely, but Beldum, given that that's not only the name that is used by that witch, but they also call the Beldum in the movie Coraline, or they call the villain in the movie Coraline the Beldum. So I'm guessing Beldum is a name for like a old witch or crone or like hag or whatever you want to call it. Manipulator of younger individuals. Nope, I just realised how bad that sounds. Never mind, but you get the idea. We aren't about that Smash Ultimate life up here. Or rather, Smash Ultimate community, specifically. Do love me playing Smash Ultimate, but the community at the current moment, to my knowledge, is in shambles, as the, in the most light way that I can put it. Generally, if we have Yuri come around, there's a whole running gag between us of the Smash community being absolutely bad right now, but it is what it is, I guess. That being said, I do also have to probably do a YouTube stream at some point in the future. That's right, we've got to go all the way back. Okay, avoiding all of these guys if I can. Not gonna lie, first time, oh crap. I should have swapped to Goombella. But yeah, that's the first time I've ever actually done that, of like just navigating perfectly around without entering combat. Smash through the text, them being evil. Oh no, so evil. I can't believe it. I really dislike this music, not gonna lie. Like, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door has some brilliant music, just not this song. Okay, we'll switch to Goombella. And we'll tackle Vivian. I think we have one other chance to tackle Vivian. Ooh. Damn it, missed that one. Damn it, okay. Come on. And Frost Touch, that's a bit of a rip. Okay, and we'll go another tattle. Vivian, Marilyn, and Beldam. August of the 3, the Blizzard attack is a pain in the ass, etc, you know, the usual. I'll just go on Earth Tremor, screw it. If I can get that right timing, we should do a decent amount of damage. Timing it correctly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Nice. That's a decent amount of damage from each of them. You're tougher than I thought. I did one attack, bro. And Flame Touch. Lightning. Oh hey, it just occurred to me that that their elements actually correspond to their hats. I didn't actually know that. Nice. And come on. No, damn it. Okay. That's a bummer. Alright. Well. Apologies for this, Vivian. The other two can get fucked, though. Nice. Gotta love that light fixture falling. And she's charging. Goombella's taking the hits. I'm fine with that. Let's just hit him with a multi-bonk. Damn it, okay. Ah, oh, come on. What's the play here? Like a multi-bounce. There we go. Come on, good luck. Nope, apparently not. I really don't know the timing for that move. Ooh, hoo, hoo, give that to me. Thank you with that Thunder Rage. Nice. Alright, well those three got smote. Nice 30 star points, that's what I like to see. Quickly respond. Using horrible puns to be absolutely charming and witty, apparently. And now we've got Flurry's Necklace. Let's see if we can navigate this area. I doubt I can. That one. Please don't. Ooh, that was close. Okay, 2 times in a row. Tell you what, that was pretty fresh. Apologies for my mental acuity going down as this stream has gone on. We're hitting 3.5 hours. Roughly getting to that for the video as well that I'm recording. But, you know, it's one of those things where after only getting an hour of sleep, I think I did pretty good, at least for the first major section of this game. Or at least the first chapter, rather. I'm trying to keep it up, but I legitimately hate this level. It is actually my least favourite level out of the entirety of the game. Which, you know, that I think says something. And, like, I don't know. It just... really dislike it. Like, I know I was saying before that I liked the ground style, but there's just still a certain part of it that I just can't stand. Okay, we pass the necklace through, and now we obtain Flurry as a partner, who in my opinion is one of the worst. Consume. And that's also the dying animation there. Is it just me, or did Mario's eyes just get darker and more, in pain? I don't know. All things considered, I'm just not the biggest fan of anything that Flurry does. She feels like a support character. And I know she's really good with, in terms of speedrunning, but it's just not my thing. She's decent when it comes to, environmental stuff as well. Like, for example, you know, she can blow away little bits and pieces that stand in our way. But, yeah. I don't know, just not my favourite design of the character. Not my favourite, abilities and attacks, and apparently frame lag. So that's the thing, right? Is you can come back here later, and you can go through here. I'm pretty sure, unless it's all just a weird fever dream, which all things considered, it very much could be. So health at 9 out of 20. We will save when we get a bit closer. We don't need to worry about it just yet. We have the life shroom as well. Oh, actually, let's swap out to a better partner. How many shine sprites do I have? 2. That, and also the other thing I'll say is, once we actually get inside the tree, there's certain mechanics that I'm not the biggest fan of. Like, you take control of a small army, and it's sort of just like, not my thing. If we can get in along here, that'd be nice. Bypass all of the enemies. Oh yeah, that's right, I completely forgot that was there. That's P up, D down, I think it is power up, defense down. Specifically, I think that was the partner one, wasn't it? P, yeah. Drops the damage your ally deals and receives by 1. So, theoretically, if you're going into a defense build for, like, you know, for Koops, for example, where he's already got that 1 defense, it could be useful, but I much prefer the whole a good amount of damage is your best, or a good offense is your best defense. Like, you know, you don't need to worry about taking damage if every one of the enemies is dead. Okay, now, unfortunately, we have to swap back over, and this one, you can see it there. Secret entrance, wow. Super secret with the massive sign that says it's a secret entrance. And she's just like, oh yes, Mario, you're famous, aren't you? Cool, cool, cool. Doors open, let's go. Let's move, let's groove in. Okay, this tree also kind of bothers me, because it's got a weird aesthetic of, like, water moving up, but at the same time, it's really kind of weird to me. Where is everyone? Come out! There's someone coming out. Enemies. Should have swapped to Goombella. I need to always swap to Goombella, damn it. Who are you guys? How did you get in here? Whoa, isn't that Mario? Yeah, bro. Let's kick his ass. Well, blah blah blah. Let's battle because raises and such. Well, they wish. Time for some cold-blooded murder. Tower shell. Perfect. I'll tell you what. It might be a wise idea, instead of leaving this at in between levels, since I really kind of feel like I'm not probably going to beat this anytime within the next little while. We're at 4 hours and we're at 3.5 hours and we're only starting the second level. It feels like one of those situations where yeah, we may have to call it around 4 hours, because especially if I'm uploading a VOD, then it's going to be one of those sort of situations where it's going to be a long time to upload. Like, I'm going to have to quickly go through, render it out on my on the software I use, make sure the audio is normalized, so it's about, you know, generally pretty good. Make sure it's normalized, it's all good, might make sure the levels are right, and then save, and then give it an upload. This one is probably going to go up before, it'll probably go up before the, what's it called? Blanking on the name, the Portal run we did the other day. So, if you're somehow watching this, and, you know, and you're watching it before I put the Portal run up, if I end up putting the Portal run up, then, this one is filmed the day after the Portal, or at least, correction, Portal 2, specifically the first episode of it, gone from the start onwards. I know that was one I didn't actually hit record on because I didn't expect I was going to be wanting to post it, and instead I was just like, oh, I'll just go and you know, do the good old bada bing, bada boom, and just take the VOD, which I downloaded, but I need to remove the start of the VOD because I'm sitting there just kind of waiting for everyone to filter in. Let's hit that. I'll probably save it there after I've hit that. But we still have another 20 minutes of recording, I reckon. 4 hours is pretty solid. But I'm also hoping that it saves properly, because 4 hours of content is quite significant in terms of file size. And so this is the thing where you put the summoning little totem thing that brings everyone towards you. They're pressure plates, and when the number is reached, it does something, which is usually opening up a ooh, power up. It's usually opening up a what's it called, a pipe. Coupon. Just did. Wait, excellent. Come over here. Let me tattle you. Ooh, and we have one of the yucks. Tattle on the X-Naut. 4 health, etc. And what we're going to do is we're going to power bounce to take him out, because that stopwatch can be really annoying. Okay, that's also pretty annoying. So these things shoot at us and then spawn a little shield dude. They can get really annoying if you're not on top of it. So we're going to take care of the mini yucks. Easy peasy. And while we're just tattling, we'll just chill out. What can I do? I suppose items. Bitch. FP, HP and FP. Let's just do this one, Mario. That should free up some inventory space. Get my health full and fix up my FP as well. And then I'll deal with the fact there's going to be multiple of the mini yuxes now. Okay, Goombella's taking a bit of damage. Shouldn't be too big of an issue though. Now we tattle on the yucks. Easy peasy. So it's best we got a shield from the yuxes. If you take them all out, you should be right. Extra damage, even better. It's not like it's going to matter, because by the time I hit the second mini yucks, I'm going to have already passed the regular yucks. But it's chill. As long as I don't make a bad play and accidentally mess up, we should be right. And got that spin. These things I think I'm pretty decent at fighting, though I did, you know, mess up the one before. Let's just power jump. I don't really mind using the FP, we've got a few FP restoring items anyways. Alright, let's shake all these bushes. The bushes. Now I do also know that there is a secret area in this level. Though, ironically, because I hate this level so much, like, I already feel my capacity to play this specific level, like, draining. I feel my energy leaving my body. We'll just Thunder Rage them. Bang, 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 got him. Nice, we're going to level up soon as well. So I suppose, inherently, the next one we're going to do is BP. Get some badge points. I always hate having to return to this level as well. And there's Miss Meows, bonking him on the head. We come in here. You think this is going to be a heartfelt moment? It is not. Here's the heartfelt moment. So yeah, little sister Punio, or whatever it's called, Petunia, is like, oh, thanks for coming and rescuing me, big brother. And then blah blah blah, we gotta go get the key. And of course we find the red key first, and the old lady chooses us out because we rescued her before the others, but that's just literally how the progression goes. There's nice badges to be found, so she's come to look around. Yeah, I mean, at this rate, Mario's getting more kisses in action from the mouse than he is Peach. Though, actually, now that I think about it, that's the second kiss he's gotten in this level alone. One from Filari and one from the mouse. Right, Broseph, prepare yourself to get your socks rocked. Well, that went exactly as expected. Okay, let's get the BP. So I'm just thinking what's the arrangement we should use. For now, I think we should be good. In the meantime, I guess I'll equip some more badges. Damage dodge is decent. Quick change. I think quick change is one of the most expensive in terms of all that stuff. I could take off a couple of these, though it would only leave me with either chill out and one of these two. Well, and yeah, one of these two, which not ideal. Multi-bounce is also especially useful for the boss. Soft Stomp would be... Oh, okay, Quake Hammer is the first play because that's good. Soft Stomp allows us to take care of those clefts. No, hang on, it can't because they have spikes. Okay, correction. What's the play here? Drop the damage your ally takes when in danger. Yeah, we'll just go that one, sure. So Peril, I believe, is like 1 or 2 health. Danger is like 5 to 3. get the Ultra Shroom. Coolio. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yep, here we go. Sit down, shut up, and listen to me. Etc. Yeah, essentially. So, like I said before, he gets chewed out. Several hours pass. Like, bruh, we should be, like, moving and grooving and, like, you know, doing the whole rescuing thing. Every moment that's wasted is a moment that we could be moving. That the enemies are looking for the star. But I guess not. I think it's more just for comedic effect, of course. Attorney, we'll be back for you. It's not like we just spent several hours being chewed out. I mean, they all heard it, so they're probably just like, bro. They all know what's up, but feels bad for them, I suppose. No skin off my back anyways, because, you know, we get the cutscene skip, so good shit. So, another thing that I was considering is I'm trying to at least maintain some degree of swearing, so that way the copper videos can't hit me with a situation of like, these videos were made for kids, because they're very much not. I make my videos for 13 and over, so therefore that is, in terms of copper, adults. And, you know, hence is why my, my Twitch channel is age restricted, because of swearing and all this other sort of stuff. Because I'm a bit of a potty mouth. I grew up with a sailor grandfather, and, you know, swearing like a sailor sort of thing. A crystal star. A funny coloured stone. Give it to a pure heart. Righto Tato. Coolio. So in other words, we're getting to the bottom of the tree. And here's our little totem to make everyone stand in place. Coolio. I'm getting a bit tired of watching all the talking happen. One more thing. Don't forget to brush your teeth. Make sure you clean your asshole properly. Don't let any dribbles leak out. But yeah, no, they're like, she's like, oh yes, if anyone disappears, make sure you come back to me and I'll summon them all back. Righto, Grandma. Okay. Pressure plate has been activated, and we have our way down. Inherently, I sort of actually have this entire level mapped out in my head. I just hate the fact that I have the entire level mapped out in my head, because I hate the level. But it is what it is. That's an X-Nut. And it's just the two of them. So, I'm thinking the play here is if I get buffed, big energy, and then I am given could Quake Hammer it, or I could multi-bounce. 3 and 3, that's a rip. Consume Chug Jug. Okay, that hitboxing is a bit weird. And that's just gonna be my excuse. Easy. I could have probably just done the double jump with Goombella there and taken him out anyways. But I get to show off my big mode. You thought Mario got bigger with mushrooms? Nope. He gets bigger with whatever that thing was supposed to be. And now, so this gets us back over to this first area, which is nice and cool and good. Okay. I hate this place. I can't stand it at all. We'll put that there because they're all drawn towards it, and of course I fall down. That's fine, I needed to come down here anyways. There's a Shine Sprite here, and there's also an item I think in this one. Yep, Zappa did that. Nice. But yeah, that Shine Sprite now means that we can power up one of our teammates, which I'll do later because I'm not in a rush. Like, the game isn't that hard, all things considered. Alright, down you go, and across you blow. Or rather, flurry blows. Coolio, coolio. Downwards and onwards we go. So we got to keep going back and forth through that area a bunch. It's kind of a bit of a pain, not gonna lie. Right, so we've got this boardwalk. Now we swap. So as you saw as well, the all those Punios can't stand to spiders, which is a bit of a pain because we come across them quite often. But now if we tattle the Pido, because they needed a name and it's a spider. Creativity, I don't know. And let's just go with multi-bounce, because then we can double tap the back one. Okay, 1, okay, 2, 3, there we go. So we head bonk that one. Our last Goombella doing the work. And double tap that one. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Coolio. Alright. And now here we have Flurry. This is one of those things that was in Frankly's lab. Wow, it revealed one of these. Wow, who would have known? Now you might be wondering, okay, what's going on with that? Now we come back this way. And Shine Sprite. Nice. Just making sure there's no things there. Guess we're in combat. Okay, cool. Love when it spawns underneath me, but it should be... Oh no, there's another one. I thought it was just going to be the one. Damn it. Alright. Let's smack this lad. One shot him. And we'll use Body Slam. Easy peasy. The 1, 2, 3. So it either shoots either 1 or 3. I believe if it shoots 1 it does more damage, if it shoots 3 it's 1 damage each. So I think it's either a 2 or a 1, or 2 or a 3 max damage, depending on which one. Now for this one we just gotta keep that lined up for however long it is. Not too hard. Pretty easy, in fact. But yeah, so the other thing is, on the emulator that I'm using, I have set it to force widescreen, so that might be a source of possible graphical weirdness. We need to head back up here and grab the rest of the punies, damn it. Come on, you lads. Catch up. Down here we go. Alright. Where is the gang warfare room? We need to find the gang warfare room. Ah, here it is. This is the gang warfare room. We need to go and beat the shit out of the yabbies. Or jabbies, rather. Basically, yeah. The whole lore between those guys is that the yabbies and the punies don't get along. And they fight. And hold on for half a moment. I just have been feeling what appears to be a bit of a little jabbing in my leg from a splinter or something, like through my dressing gown. With I'm a cultured individual who wears dressing gowns. Almost got it. There we go. I don't have to feel the jabbing that sits in my leg. I suppose while we're in this state of chill. Where's one of this? Okay. The person that I'm currently in conversation with is a bit of a, what's the word? Like a social butterfly to some degree. And she's like, oh, I've got a party I've got to go to tonight because it's Saturday, but I kind of don't want to go. And I'm sitting there like, okay, if you don't want to go, don't go. You know. Also, I always missed this until I saw it in a video. But yeah, I was like, okay, well, if you don't want to go, just don't go. Like, no one's gonna force you to do stuff like that. Okay, we got Mr. Minis, or Mini Mr. Minis, Mysteries, Ice Storms, HP Drains. Hey, one of these dudes. Coolio. Yeah, I don't really have any reason to buy any of this stuff. Like, the healing stuff is good, but like, not really worth it in my opinion, at least. Let's get the crew back together. Yeah, star piece. Nice. But yeah, no, it's I don't know. She's a smart girl. She can figure it out. But yeah. Okay, time to initiate gang warfare. Guessing these are supposed to be like mosquito wasp hybrids. I don't actually know if hammering does anything, but it's just something that I do every time I do this mission. I legitimately don't think it does anything. Probably. Actually, yeah. I mean, I suppose now's as good a time to test it as any. And we only had one casualty. Just have a siren, which is fantastic to listen to. You know, having a button that you can press to destroy the entire hive seems a bit counterintuitive for the hive's survival. Sun, moon, puny star. That's incorrect. However, we finally get our... well, we get the blue key. Okay. Regardless, we come back here later and we do the sun, moon, puny star. Because, as you can see from the patch on the ground, and also the fact that there's a pipe up in the top corner, we should be right. Yeah, so Petunia's got she had a mushroom to give to her brother, but since she's been locked up, it's become a dried shroom, which, yeah, nah. You don't want that. Dried shrooms, I think, only are 1 health. They're like the worst, the absolute worst food item you can obtain, apart from mistakes. But I think even mistakes are still better, because technically mistakes give you FP as well, I'm pretty sure. Be gone. I suppose that's the convenience of having Flurry. Just stun the thing. This spider should be here as well. Never mind, it is not in fact. That's good. The spider, rather. We're approaching 4 hours. Yeah. I don't know, I'm sort of like half-half in that position of like, I want to just get this level done, but on the other hand, yeah, I think, you know, since I've had a bit of a crazy night last night, in terms of everything that happened, which I've mentioned it like 6 times through this video, I think, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to keep playing. I'm just in that mood to just play the game. Okay, we take that. And now if we head up this way... Surprisingly, we've actually obtained these, the second key pretty quickly. So, I might be able to get this done within 4.5 hours. And then I think if we can get that... if we have that as a good time, then I think I'll be pretty happy with that. feel like I went the slow way through here. Regardless, okay, that works. Yeah, I tell you what, I'll keep playing, I'll finish this level, because I've spent a decent portion of the time sitting there on my phone just responding to messages. Which, speaking of, while this such heartwarming scene is happening, that's what I'm going to do. What a good big brother. Dropping my controller. Okay, we've got 101. Come on, typing. There we go. Oop, perfect. And we bounce down here. The play, I think, at the moment, is that we head all the way down here, back to the start. We're the Elder to call everyone back to us. And everyone's back here. Nice. Probably move my phone away from the mic. There is an option to say that you love the puny Elder. I would rather not prolong this level if I can avoid it, as much as, you know, it is humorous. But it's really like one of those ones of, like, I think you say, like, oh, I love you, and she's like, oh, aren't you sweet, or something like that. This is satisfying though, not gonna lie. Unfortunately, I have had to witness this for way too long, because this happens quite often, where you just gotta blow them all across. Okay, I think that was perfect, and bada bing, we have our 101 Pumation. No, I was going for a Dalmatians thing, but you can imagine how that one went, given how it went. Hold on, someone is at the door. Let me quickly go and answer that.